How we doing, everybody? Welcome into some nighttime TMNT and Chill. What's up, Big Smoke? How you doing, dude? Just hanging out. We just did a show at our local comic store. We brought home a ton of new inventory. We're going to have new inventory every week going forward now. So I've got about 100 new turtle books that I'm going to be listing for Saturday's show. But I figured I'd hop on, see what's up with everybody. This book I've got up on the stand, the CGC graded book, is a 40th anniversary reproduction of TMNT #1. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to list it. Whatnot's giving me a hard time. Doing great, Big Smoke. Just hanging out, man. Hanging with my dudes are here. Bradham, what is up, my man? Jeezy, great to see you again, dude. Gimme, always a pleasure, dude. I made it home, guys. I ate real quick, and I figured the vibe was strong. Let's keep it going. Why is this not? There we go. So yeah, this is a reproduction of the first printing in #1, made using the original production negatives and the as close to the original printing techniques as they could, the same materials. Real tough to get 9.8 of these books. That's why this one's a little pricey. But of course, guys, everything we got today is in the auction tab. If there's anything you want me to run, just let me know. We're just hanging out, kind of slowly running through stuff. But if there's anything you want me to skip to, put a bundle together for you, want to make an offer, just let me know. I feel like I should take that out of the bag so we can see it. I'm one of those dudes, like, I never, like, I mean, if I'm selling, I keep the bags, obviously. It's just shipping the bags, but for myself, I always throw away those bags. I know some people always keep their stuff in them, keep their graded books in them, but I hope everyone's having a great night. We had a great time at Jetpack at the store today at our show a few hours ago or an hour ago. I had to rush out of the store. We were over. I was afraid that they were going to leave and I was going to end up jacking their key. Totally. Oh yeah, open wide. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Like he accidentally ran it for 3,000 instead of 300 instead of 30,000. It's the closest you'll get to a first print without actually owning one, though. It was made using the original production negatives and techniques. Hey, Husker, happy Thursday, my dude. Happy Turtle Thursday. Yeah, there's actually a. Yeah, seriously. It would have sold instantly, and then that would have been the only order I ever canceled. Here, I'll put the link. I'm not sure that you guys will be able to do anything with it, but I'll put the link to the documentary about this book in the chat. Actually, you know what, guys? Let me see if I can figure out a way that we can watch it. Hold on. I can't. Yeah, I don't really have a way to put it. Yeah, I don't really have a place to put it. Let me try to think of how I can do it. Maybe I can do this. Hold on.
I fear I can't stop.
I'll figure it out for you boys. Oh, this is going to be dangerous.
I don't know why I'm like this. I like being that guy.
Here we go. Oh, it's getting risky in here, guys. Oh, look, it's our Discord. Okay. Guys, I think I did it. But this is how I'm watching the chat. So, come on. So I might need to run and grab my phone. Oh, that was so sketchy. Yes. Let me check and make sure that's working.
What is the feeling?
So, guys, this is a documentary about the book you see up there, the reproduction of TMNT #1 first printing, and I'll shut up.
I fear I can't stop. I don't know why I'm like this. I like being that guy that has recorded and kept the history safe. Like it's been, what, 35 plus years. But I don't remember ever deciding to collect. I just started to keep them all. Collecting is one thing, but making a piece of history is another.
What's up, Enoch? It's being buggy on my phone. I can't see the chat. Is the sound okay, guys?
I consider myself an archivist.
I'll be in the chat just so we can listen.
I enjoy that piece of it.
Cool.
But I'd almost think of it more of like a curator of a museum. I have literally every Ninja Turtles comic book since Ninja Turtles #1. Even back when I was a kid, I was very detail-oriented. I wanted everything in its place. I wanted everything to be organized. If you look at the pictures of my room, you can see that all the action figures are aligned in rows. Like they aren't randomly hung. I have thousands and thousands of comic books. That the cover artwork was just glorious. Everything's cataloged. I really love making sure I know where everything is. I bag and board every comic book, front to back, stacked. Maybe about 25 to 30 titles inside a magazine. Hold rack of comics and bubble wrap inside. Put packing peanuts on every comic, and then I stack those inside rubber bits. And then that's where they sit. Back in the 80s and early 90s, they would print comic books using negatives, which is similar to how they would print photographs. And the original negatives for TMNT #1 surfaced online No one really knew what they were, so I bought them. But when the negatives came to me, I knew they were special. You could tell exactly what historical pieces these were. These were the original negatives that were used to plate the 40 body pages of the first and second printings of TMNT #1. It was pretty apparent when I took them out of the box. Like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But I also knew how fragile they were. There were pieces of them falling off as I was taking them out of the box. I felt like it was my responsibility to take care of them.
Okay, so you bought these, but how did you know that they were legit?
So just like with any valuable collectible, you have to authenticate it. So the way I did it was actually pretty cool. Once I got the negatives and the comics spread out to compare, I started noticing some imperfections and variations on the pages of the printed books. So I took a closer look at the negatives to see if they might have caused these variations. When negatives were used to plate the printings, the printing technicians would use red lithographer's tape to mask or clean up imperfections in the layout. The cool thing about the first two printings of issue #1 is that they missed a few of these tiny areas, resulting in light leaks where you can see marks outside the page middle. The most obvious example of this is on page 29, where a strip of red lithographer's tape covers a line of actual artwork on the negative, and that resulted in a missing line in the first two printings of TMNT #1. Once I knew what I was looking for, I began to find irregularities throughout the printed comics. But when it comes down to it, the smoking gun is on page 29. If there's no line on the edge, you have a first or a second printing. I think what we'll do, put this down on it. We just have something soft to put it on. As soon as I authenticated what they were, I wanted to show people these.
Let them through the door?
That's what every collector wants, is to have a copy of Ninja Turtles #1. What if we could print from these negatives? This wouldn't be a reprint just for reprint's sake. This is a reprint to say we're doing it just like we did it 40 years ago. The same kind of paper, the same printing techniques, and to get it printed in Maine, same as the original.
Maine.
All right, first technical problem. Yep, that's the emulsion side.
I think there's an aspect of documenting the beginning of one of the largest franchises in comic book history. Do you know anyone that doesn't know what a Ninja Turtle is?
40 years this year in the business, and I haven't thought about film in a very long time.
It's artistry. When you look at these and you look at how they're taped and how they're arranged.
Oh yeah, you had to know what you were doing. I mean, I'm very, very happy with that.
Super cool. All lettering was done on the page. All the effects were done on the page. This is the closest true version to the original art you'll see. It was our first comic. We'd done photocopied comics. This was actually going through the process of creating something that was going to be our first official real comic. I've not seen these negatives. I've not seen this process since that time.
No vintage toys today, GZ. There's a few at Jetpack, but they're loose. I could always send you pictures if you're interested.
Disappearing behind there.
And spell intruder, right?
Yeah, the only toys I got around here are new.
Wasn't gonna reprint #1, but I am so far.
Sorry, man. That's one of those things that this year I'm trying to expand our comic inventory. I kind of cleared out a lot of our toy inventory before I moved because I didn't want to move it. But kind of at the end of the year, I'm going to look at our profits and take a big chunk of it and make some toy investments. I've had a few deals in the works for a while for some bulk toy lots for loose toys and then some carded figures. I gotta become more knowledgeable as a toy seller. It's easy to get away with selling new toys. Once you start getting into older stuff, you got to know what you're doing. So I'll be doing that.
It's the copy of it. And this feels a lot.
Oh, geez. Sorry I missed that. Thanks for asking, man. I appreciate you asking. Always feel free to check back. We update our inventory regularly and weekly, but unfortunately not right now. Who would have those guys, do you think? Do you think the crew might have them?
Holding that first book was pretty.
He's got a big lot of NECA hidden away. He's been sitting on.
It was a tangible thing.
Oh, there you go. JT, it's so good to see you, man. I was about to message you like I do every 2 weeks to make sure you're okay.
11-year-old me would never have imagined.
Okay, sorry, I'll stop talking over it.
Piece of history. And it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. People would use the term completionist as if there's something to complete. But any collector knows you're never complete. You're never done. There's always something else to get.
There's always something else to get in there, boys. Well, so that's the full story about the TMNT #1 reproduction.
Major League Butt Kicking is back in town. Awesome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mirage Studios. What began as a throwaway inside joke between two artists mushroomed into the spine of every TMNT.
Yeah, guys, I found a way to get the screen back up. I'll probably do a little rearranging, and we'll do this from now on because I can see the chat on my phone and I can run auctions from my phone. So I usually do it from the laptop, makes it a little eeasier, and I can kind of pop around Discord and check our streams on it because we're live on YouTube, Twitch, and all that. But
final issue published in 2014. The
this
premise
is fine.
was always the same: four genetically mutated turtles trained by their own mutated rat sensei.
This claims to be
to wage war against the Foot
the
Clan
complete
and
history of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's only 23 minutes long, so I doubt
But
it.
the execution carried a weight that
So I
would
picked it. I was like,
radically disappear from the
I don't
property.
think so, but
Black
we'll
and
see.
white art, a darker tone, and a willingness to engage with the kind of storytelling that most comics of the era wouldn't touch. That tonal commitment earned the series a respect that stretched beyond its own pages and into the independent comics world at large. And then the crossover list arrives, and it is genuinely absurd. This was not a property doing a guest appearance in someone else's book to pad out a crossover issue. Service ran over 300 issues across more than 2 decades and was one of the most commercially successful independent comics of its era. Flaming Carrot, Usagi Yojimbo, Savage Dragon, Spawn, each one of those titles represented serious creative reputations in the independent scene, and every single one of them brought the Turtles into their own worlds. A black and white self-published joke was being treated as peer to the most respected properties in underground comics.
Just gonna grab a drink real quick, guys. We are back.
Before the corporate era took over completely. Kevin Eastman sold his share of the franchise to Peter Laird in 2000, leaving Laird as the sole keeper of the Mirage era vision. 9 years later, in October 2009, Laird sold the entire Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise to Viacom, shifting the property from creator stewardship to corporate ownership in a single transaction. That sale didn't end the comics, IDW Publishing secured the rights to publish a new TMNT series and reprint older comics the following year, in 2011, keeping the Mirage continuity alive in print under new management. The operation that began with 2 artists pulling a tax refund and a family loan officially closed its doors on September 19, 2021, when Mirage Studios was shut down. The timeline from that first photocopied issue to the company's dissolution spans 37 years, a run that no one involved in that original loan transaction could have possibly predicted. What actually sustained the property for that long wasn't a grand business plan or a licensing strategy. It was a total specificity that kept readers showing up issue after issue, a darkness that made the comic feel like something you discovered rather than something marketed to you. Subscribe and tell us in the comments which TMNT continuity you think nailed the tone best. Now let's get back into it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1987 TV series. The comic that started as a one-shot funded by a tax refund spawned something far larger and far stranger. An animated series built primarily to sell plastic action figures, helmed by Fred Wolf Films, which operated under the name Murakami Wolf Swanson until 1992. Fred Wolf himself directed...
Congrats on making it into the Rewards Club XCal. You guys know you can get into the Rewards Club just by watching shows with us, so you get some coupons even just for hanging out with us. Fox, what is up, my dude? I'm still doing it, baby. We just watched the documentary about the, I figured out how to set up the screen. We watched the documentary about the 40th anniversary #1.
Slapstick violence, and a color palette that could
Always
best
a good
be
watch.
described as radioactive. Early seasons leaned hardest into the comedy, reducing the Shredder to a buffoon.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's funny. It really is the perfect length, but I do wish it was longer.
A tonal choice that essentially made the primary antagonist a supporting player in his own franchise for 7 seasons.
What else we got here?
The show was also marketed internationally under the name Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, scrubbing the word ninja from the title in certain territories without altering a frame of the actual content. The internal contradictions within that structure eventually forced a course correction. Starting with Season 8, the series underwent a full retool into what fans call the Red Sky years, a darker style anchored by a permanent ruddy sky color scheme that bled into...
Doubt how good these turtles really are.
Oh, this might be a good one about the games. And of course, guys, check the auction tab for everything we got today. Let me know if there's anything you want me to run, if you want to work out any bundles or make an offer. Just hanging out. Otherwise, we're just hanging out.
Suffice it to say, the franchise is still going strong.
But of course, like I said, guys, everything we got today is in the auction tab. We got a lot more stuff coming. I know that the inventory for the TMNT Chill shows has been a little stale. The reason for that for the last month is I was moving up to New Hampshire. I didn't want Jetpack to send me down any inventory because I just have to move it up. So I really hadn't, everything that I have been listing was stuff that I listed either out of my personal collection or stuff that I had gotten in inventory. So we used to have over 500 turtle items. Now we're down to about 300. I'm going to be listing new stuff every week. I'm trying to do about 50 to 100 books a week for the foreseeable future until we get over 1,000 turtle items in the inventory. So definitely, if you don't see what you're looking for this week, check back every week. I'm finding new stuff all the time and pulling new stuff all the time. I'm finding a lot of old favorites, like this bad girl here. I'll show you guys.
This one got a bad rap for the longest time because it wasn't a beat 'em up like the later games. People just look back on it as inferior. But honestly,
we got the Volume 2 hardcover signed by Jim Lawson back in stock, which is always fun. That was we've had a couple of these in the past.
I mean, try it a few times actually, just to make sure you get used to how it plays.
Oh, where's that piece from Loco? Here's that Peach Momoko I was talking about earlier. I don't know. I can't remember who we were talking to. That's the one. It's the Volume 6 #1.
Turtle.
Itself like
This
$70.
was an amazing game for its time, and it's still great fun today. There's often a ton of enemies on screen, but they all go down pretty quickly. The bosses are the main villains from the early seasons of the 1987 cartoon show. And
What's up,
some of
Sucker
them
Graham?
feature a fairly respectable impression of the voices.
Say your prayers, titles.
And I've got a whole new box of inventory, and I'll be taking a box every week home to load up HQ, and then I'll be running shows at Jetpack, and inventory will be back towards it. There'll always be something new for you guys, and like I said, I'll be trying to find cool
This
stuff
was
like
released
what we did
towards the end
today.
of 1989,
Why
but
would
it
we
was
try
the
to find? I got a
top-grossing
ton of
arcade
ideas.
machine in both the US and the UK for 1990.
So
And for
follow
damn
us.
good reason, too. This one is a definite winner.
You guys want to look through? I say usually I only do this for the VIP members in our Discord, but
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles showed up on the Game Boy in fall of
the toys that made us.
This is a side-scrolling
That's on
action
Netflix, isn't it, Gigi?
game, generally pretty slow, but for its time, this was lots of fun.
I thought that was
especially
Netflix.
considering that it's
I'm gonna
affordable.
regret that.
You get 4 lives, 1 for each turtle. Your mission is to rescue April, who's always getting kidnapped because...
Yeah, I think it's
she's so
Netflix.
hot.
The toys that made us, and yes, I have. Isn't the end of it real sad when Kevin and Peter are in the studio and he's talking about how we were gonna pass drawings back and forth, and he's like, it never happened. And Kevin, you can tell Kevin's like, ugh. He's like, yup, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Like you can tell part of like the not animosity, but part of the reason they didn't reconnect sooner, I think, is because Pete kind of held against Kevin for not, keeping on with it. Which one, Baba? With the buildings in the back.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
This?
Turtles 2, the arcade game, came
So
out
that
in
is a Jetpack Comics exclusive for IDW Volume 5. So they're early issues. That's number 4. That's a Kevin and Peter. It's cool. It's like sideways. That's number 3. We do have.
Not only that, but they even added an extra.
You guys are getting behind the scenes today, baby. We do have. I don't know. Do I have? Yep, we do have, and that's number 1, as you may know, and that's number 2. And those are the 4 Jetpack did exclusives for 1 through 4, and then obviously other issues too. So I picked up some odds and ends, a little Street Fighter. There he is. What's up, Kodiak? Little Stranger Things. You don't see those around super often. And then I want to try to start filling out a whole run of Volume 5. That's kind of like my first goal. Is I want to get that like listed and get that going, and then basically take the profits from that and start getting more Mirage stuff and like the fill in the gaps that Jetpack has. I know he came in. He's driving though, so don't distract him. Boom. We got this back in. Some of the masks. We got these back in, which you may be familiar with. They're individually numbered and signed on the back. Also initialed by Rich Horn, the guy who did that. The guy that we just saw in the documentary. We got both of those back in. Brian, yay!
The graphics are very colorful and better than the first arcade.
Nothing, just showing the going through the this. I did this in the VIP. VIPs always get sneak peeks of the new inventory, and I'm gonna start doing early access shows for you guys too. Basically, I can make private shows that you could only they're not visible and whatnot. You can only join through the link, and I'll just post it in the VIP channel, and we'll start doing VIP only shows here. Plan to start again. I've got a million of these ideas. You stick around long enough, I will. I'll just spill all the beans, but trying to line that up for the fall. I found this the other day. I thought that was neat. Isn't that cool? Number 2B. Don't look at these prices, by the way. They are old. None of these prices are accurate. They are from long ago, so don't be like that.
The world got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project on the NES. No, this isn't about Shredder developing an atomic bomb. Instead,
Oh, look at that Kodiak. Is that a Kevin Eastman Metalhead? You have that one, though. I'm sure you have to. You're a Metalhead fan.
This one doesn't get talked about as much, but it's still a great beat 'em up.
Yeah, I had to pull that. Every time I see these, I pull these because I can't keep it in stock.
It gets old pretty fast.
20-second print. Are you saying a 2-second print, or are you talking about the number 22 jetpack? Some of these harder to find second prints. These like weird second prints, like are actually some of them are like pretty rare.
That's gonna be a long
Yeah.
trip, boys.
Yeah, some of these second prints are tough. That's why anytime I see them, I pull them.
Some of it's even from Turtles in Time. Don't overlook this one.
So I'm between this and what I've got listed. I'm pretty close to a full run with the exclusives. Because like 1 through 4 can be tough, but not if you have, obviously I have the jetpack exclusive. So anyway, that's just what I pulled for Saturday's show. And basically, I plan to fill this box plus a little more up every week for you guys for the rest of the year. So there'll be something new for you every week, and it won't be the stuff you saw at Jetpack last week. Believe me, I won't be able to figure out what the fuck I'm doing.
The graphics are far more detailed here, but they've lost any parallax scrolling that.
So anyway, guys, yeah, that'll all be listed by Saturday, and I'll probably grab some more stuff tomorrow because you know how I be.
The music is once again pretty good. You certainly won't be wasting your time if you choose to spend it playing this game.
Oh, Brian, I just got your text. That's really weird. I just got your text. Yeah, buddy. I'm reading your mail. Trust me, I'm way ahead. I've had that fucking plan. So, long story short, the Rewards Club is not structured the way it is by mistake. People are like, oh, like you made it so easy to get to like gold. It's like the whole point was I wanted to make it easy to get to gold because you could do Rewards Club only shows. But the thing is it's gold and higher. So it's like I wanted to make it easy for people to ramp up to gold so that I can have like 40, 50 people attend a Rewards Club only show. But then we started doing the VIP program, so I'm thinking of how to sort of blend those two ideas where like we'll do the private early access shows for VIPs, but then I was thinking about doing like discount shows, like sales all run for the Rewards Club shows, And so if you're a VIP and a Rewards Club member, you get, everything, sort of thing. It's just like, I don't like the idea of gating experiences with these sort of things, though. Like I don't mind giving people early access to books and stuff like that. But like I don't, part of it is like I don't want people to be like,
this is a beefy
if I sell something at the Rewards Club show, it will have had to have been available.
Boss fight here is against Shredder, and it actually gives purpose
for people previously. Like I don't want to make like exclusive items for that because I feel like that's kind of like the early access is one thing, but making it so like people don't have a chance to get something that they want, I feel like it's just a way to fucking poop in people's Cheerios. I don't want to be like that. I think about this shit way too much, guys. All the time. Every angle. In every way.
Also new are life meters for each boss.
That's why I'm
normally
paranoid with everything. That's why I only do business on one.
These bosses still do that, but the actual life meter is quite low.
Guys, this new reaction-y type thing that they've got going on is I fucking love it. I don't know who. Sometimes I can see who's throwing it up. Sometimes I can't see who's throwing it up. But I love you guys for it. I mean, I don't know what is that. We got flames. We got like a frog with star eyes and some money.
It is far less annoying. The music is once again excellent, and it's
absolutely that's what we're about here. We're about all these things that I'm seeing on the screen. It fits perfectly to our show. Brian, I told you I'm not selling you anything today. I'm not selling you anything. Oh, dude, that came out this week. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I really. Sometimes I'll do that and then I'll forget. I'm like, did I actually answer Brian's question? Like, am I like a dickhead? Because I like messing, I'll mess with you, and then like another person will ask me a question, and then I'll be like, did I fucking actually ever answer Brian?
Also in 1990,
we talk outside of whatnot. So I was like, after the show today, I texted him and I was like, dude, I'm sorry, because I don't remember you when you left the show, right? I don't know if you said bye, but I didn't see it. I was fucking,
from that game. First off, this one has
that's not true.
Most of the stages here.
That's not true. I have put you. I have given you preferential treatment. Who's the only person who gets to use the notification bot in the Discord? Do any of the other sellers? We got lots of other sellers in there. Do they get to use the notification bot in the Discord? Do the 200 Discord members get notified when they go live? I don't think they do, Brian.
Anyway, it looks better here. I think the Genesis probably.
No, it's silly. I'm gonna get better at this, guys. It's one of those things where like I should have done it in reverse, knowing that was out this week. I should have run the show in the store this week, where all that is, instead of in the back issue section. And then next week I could have done the 40th anniversary thing, but fucking like I said, I'll get better. That's my bad.
Unfortunately, you can't
100%.
enemies at the screen. The graphics run in the console's low resolution.
Like I said, if you guys stick around long enough, you get the whole thing. I've got in the VIP channel of the Discord, which is like a hidden section where if you're a VIP, you can you have access to some channels you can't see. So it's like I give them access to things, but then I tell everybody anyway. So whatever.
This is a great game, but
I have a roadmap section, and it's got like 40 different points of things that are coming over the next like 3 to 6 months. Brian's in there. You'll attest. I've got a big old roadmap in there that I regularly update, and I'm working on, because all the sellers really liked it, and they were like, "When's the next one?" Like, I didn't expect everyone to be so receptive. I kind of put that at the forefront, and I'm going to try to run that in the fall. That's a long answer, isn't it? I'm trying to work. We briefly discussed it. The sellers that previously participated, we're going to try to make some changes. I think 45-minute blocks instead of 30-minute blocks. I think we're going to try to get some more sellers. But I think we want to add in artists. I kind of fucked up. Like, we had Blue Jack, but I kind of brought him in saying like, hey, you want to do like retail sales, like sell shit, sell stuff. Do you have stuff to sell? And he's like, yeah, I got stuff to sell. But if I had thought about it and in talking to him afterwards, I live and learn. If I get a bunch of artists together and I give them notice, they can create a bunch of sketch cards or product to sell for the show, and they can do that style of show. So we could have a different, we're gonna have that flavor in there. I think for the next train, it'll be. Yep, it's coming. I think it's gonna be the end. Halloween is, I think, when we wanted to do it, somewhere around Halloween, and we're gonna try to make it bigger and better. Hope that answers your question.
Got Tournament Fighters in 1993, and this is a different game.
The old looking for TMNT answer, huh?
This one has a slightly different character.
Where he's fucking talking and like the person that I'm answering left. Gimmy's long gone. He left when I started.
That's as interesting as this one gets, though. You have one button for punch and the other for kick.
Speaking, guys, I don't know, Brian, little blast from your past, my man. Dug this out the other day. Story time. Whenever you guys are ready, whenever there'll be a day that we're in a lull, it'll just be a couple of us.
I like how the shadows are.
I better believe I'm going to read this to you.
Not solid black or worse, flickering black. There's no lines.
Oh no, dude! I appreciate that, man. I wasn't trying to sell it. I don't really sell it. It's like it's a cool thing. I will say it is a great value and it pays for itself pretty quick. I think anyone in there will attest to it, but it isn't something that I really push because, like I said, I don't want to make it seem in any way like I'm lessening the general experience or keeping anything behind VIP. I wanted there to be an option to, more directly support the project, and in return, I can kind of.
But it's still impressive that they managed to make a fighting game work.
It's not for everyone, but the first VIP's got 50% off coupons just for signing up. You know what I mean? So it's like if they did a year, it'd be like $35. If they bought a comic over $60, it paid for itself. Right? I basically tried to make it so it paid for itself right out of the gate. So.
Lack of locales, and a large portion of the bottom of the screen is reserved for the at least the music is decent. This one isn't great.
So it's one of
but I'd
those
say
things
it's
that,
a
like,
little better
in doing
than
that, I
Genesis
wanted to make
version.
sure that it was like well worth it. You get a bonus with every order, so anytime you make an order, there'll be an extra thing in there. You get all the Discord perks, and there's extra surprises and stuff. Like one of the surprises was supposed to be the private shows. I fucked that up.
The Turtles showed up for one last hurrah on the Game Boy with Radical Rescue in 1993.
That's not true, Jeezy. A lot of times I will wait a couple days. Like that box, they learned about that box I just showed you like on Monday. And they do learn a lot about a lot of stuff like well before anybody else. And some stuff they know, like I said, the roadmap. There's a bunch of shit on the roadmap that like I haven't discussed at all.
You think this would be great?
Like the looking for TMNT exclusive. I kind of haven't discussed that since.
Good, all things considered.
Oh yeah, I know you're giving me shit, and I'm in show mode where I'm like, let me explain the project. My bad.
It can be easy to take damage in this one, especially.
Thanks for doing that, dude.
Hazards and blind jumps. What
I
really
appreciate
sucks,
it.
though, is that all of the turtles share a life bar.
Keep an eye out. You might end up with a coupon. You might not end up with a coupon. You don't know. It just depends. It kind of depends on how the guy who made the VIP program is feeling that day. I don't know.
It's faster like it is here. The music is good and fitting for an exploratory game like this. This is a surprisingly key game for the system to spend some time with, though I think save states might make it even better if you're playing the game in a way that allows that.
Actually, I was gonna say I'll give it to you right now. If Whatnot wasn't such a piece of shit, let me see if I can make it for you. So Whatnot is weird. Like you can make coupon codes. Whatnot, but you can't do it on the app. You can only do it on web, like on the website.
In addition to all the games, you can switch their regions.
So it's like I can do it on my phone, but I gotta put it in website mode. Where the fuck is it?
It's not out yet, so I can't tell you how good the emulation is. But I figured that I'd let everyone know that this exists, and it's probably a great way to play these games on modern consoles.
Give me a second, guys. Just 1 second. Just do something real quick.
Come and go before the Turtles would have another video game. That happened in 2003 with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC.
Oh, this platform's so much fun.
As you can imagine, the gameplay is in 3D, since by this time, that was the norm. It's also based on the cartoon reboot that happened not long before this. Basically, you and the turtle you're controlling are trapped in a limited amount of space. After you beat up all of the enemies in that space, you're granted the ability to move on and fight more enemies. It's a similar concept to a 2D beat-em-up, it's just far less energetic. It's still not bad at all, though. Each turtle has his own set of stages to complete, or rather his own unique progression through the game, and you'll need to go through it with each turtle if you really want to beat it. Unfortunately, the repetition starts to set in a little faster with this one. Thankfully, the game can be saved, so you don't have to do it all in one go. The graphics are cel-shaded and look great for their time, and still fairly nice today. Sadly, progressive scan isn't supported on any of the consoles unless you find alternate means of forcing it, like I'm doing here with Swiss. The music is decent, but
alright, Gimme, check your
probably going to get on your nerves after a bit.
PM, your direct messages in Discord.
Around the same time, we also got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Game Boy Advance. This is a 2D
have we ever
that
talked?
takes place on a single axis or plane. You start by choosing your turtle. Once again, each turtle has his own story and set of stages to play through. The action is decent, but not as tight as the 16-bit or even 8-bit Turtles games. Each turtle has a special thing that they can do, like Donatello jumping across large chasms, or Raphael climbing up walls with his size. Michelangelo's idol animation has some spinning nunchucks.
Gotcha.
You could just stand there and smack the enemy away, but no.
That's for you, my man. I appreciate you. Thanks for supporting the project.
The game saves after each
and welcome to the Cool Kids Club. Welcome to the Burger King Kids Club.
It's great scrolling here and there. The animation also ain't too shabby. This is a good companion title for the 3D game, I suppose, but it certainly doesn't have the same lasting impression.
Appreciate you, man. It's cool, man, and like I said, I don't push it very much, so that's like, people find it, they figure it out on their own, and they join it. It's cool. but it's gonna grow over time. There's gonna be kind of like it'll be a cool thing. It already is, but it's gonna get cool. It's gonna get cooler. There was a little bit of a lull there while I was moving, but everything is getting back. Like I'm gonna ship out like the giveaways that are late, like 3 weeks late. Those are going out, and we're starting weekly Discord giveaways again next week. So keep an eye out for those. And if you guys don't know, it's real easy to find our Discord server or Discord community. You just go to TMNTDiscord.com or NinjaTurtlesDiscord.com, and that'll bring you there.
Actually, I don't know about either of them.
You can go to looking for TMNT.com, but I've decided to make it even fucking easier.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus.
And by the way, that was a 3-hour adventure last night of me figuring out how to do SSL redirects with fucking alias domains.
Is somewhat similar to the first
I'm not a big SSL guy. I usually install it and don't think about it, but I actually had to figure something out on this one.
You can select the order of your turtles and switch between them at any time with the press of a button when you're standing still. You all share a life bar. Some parts of any given stage will need a certain turtle to do his thing before you can advance. The controls are extremely laggy, especially jumping, at least on the GameCube version. The horrible camera angles that often happen do not make jumping any easier. The graphics, though, are decent, and once again, progressive scan is not supported. There are judicious amounts of full motion video, and that means the GameCube version here is divided onto 2 discs. Overall, I think this was a step backwards when it comes to enjoyment.
No fair attacking from way up there.
In 2005, we got TMNT Mutant Melee for the GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 2, and PC. This is a 3D fighting game, kinda. Actually,
so yeah, anyway, you can see the roadmap now. There is more. There is a lot more. Probably like triple or quadruple that. But
each area has its own rules. You may need to earn the most.
I gotta make sure I
There's always 4 players, and it can get
keep things focused.
Not really my thing.
And don't
there's also a story mode
put carts before horses and shit like that.
The graphics are sharp, and progressive scan is actually supported this time. Again, this isn't my type of game, but
dude, that's cool, man. Your safety is the most important thing, man. I'm glad. I would much rather you not, you know. But thanks for stopping in and saying hi either way, man. I really appreciate it, and I'm doing very well. The move to the apartment is complete. We got the new setup. We started doing the jetpack shows. Can't remember the last time I saw you, but I don't think I've seen you since I got here.
Nightmare came to the Xbox, GameCube, PlayStation 3, and DS, also in 2005. This is the Xbox.
Yeah, Gimme. I plan to do some fun stuff for Granite Con. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to be like live from the floor.
They're much more fluid and smooth now, with significantly less lag. Once again,
I don't
players can play, but no matter what, all 4 turtles will be on screen at all times.
Think I would be. I just even technically, I don't think it's possible. Like I have a router that I bring everywhere. It's a 5G router. So I basically run on my own connection. I'm the only thing that runs on it. Like I don't run on Jetpack's internet. I bring my own router, and that's what I did at Free Comic Book Day. I think the convention hall. I don't think I could get a Wi-Fi device in there unless I use the convention hall's Wi-Fi coverage. I guess if they had like an access point system, where I could like walk around the whole hall. You know, I would be like delegated to a certain thing. And I also don't have a relationship with the organizers of that event like I do with organizers of other turtle events. So like, it would be one of those things that like, you know, I would have to kind of like approach them about it, and like I just really don't have that. Like I decided a while ago that I want to like attend Granite Con instead of running a show at Granite Con. So, but what I'm going to do is I've got a couple different plans. I'm going to be recording from the event to the Discord.
That's right, just TMNT.
And basically,
for the GameCube, PlayStation 2, PC,
you know, helping if people want to shop it, or if people want me to like find stuff for them, or do this or do that for them, like I'll be happy to help our community. You know, And then like if we end up like they want to buy something through me, like I can make a whatnot listing real quick. I don't have to have a live show going, you know what I mean? Or we can figure it out, you know. But I plan to still be here for you guys for Granite Con, but not in any official capacity, the way that I am with Jetpack or the artists that I'm going to be featuring coming up, or you know, I kind of want to be an attendee of that event, but still, like I said, help the community out, like, you know, do kind of like live reporting from the event, and then run shows outside the event. So like I'll run a show at Jetpack, you know what I mean, or I'll run a show after the show day one, and like have listings for like getting stuff signed for people day two, sort of thing. Like I've got a few different ways that I can work it out, and I could do everything. But I kind of wanted JC had offered to help me with stuff this year, and that's why I had kind of decided like a few people have offered to help me like run shows at GrandCon, and I was like, guys, you don't want to do that. Like you want to go and be an attendee and like experience GrandCon, and that's why I decided like, you know what, like I'm gonna make the executive decision for everybody. I'm not gonna run a show, so we're all gonna fucking experience GrandCon. No one's gonna help me. But maybe I could have some of those guys that I'm meeting up with at GrandCon, like JC. We could do a show together, you know, just for fun.
You can also pick up dropped weapons and
oh shit! Sorry, man. Let me take a look.
Unfortunately, the levels here can be rather uninteresting and overlong, which makes it easy for your attention to drift away. The graphics.
So I'll tell you a funny thing about that, Gimme.
Variety in any given stage. And why is
you want to know the God's honest truth about that? I'll do a little transparent looking for. I have a very transparent business. I don't know if you know that about me. So that's $300. I would have to split that with the owner of Jetpack. The owner of Jetpack has to pay Paramount for that. So the way they got these made, and I don't know if I'm supposed to even be talking about this, is they report every sale of every one of these books back to Paramount, and Paramount gets a cut. That's because, like, IDW didn't make these. Like, who's the publisher for this? You know what I mean? It's fucking nobody, or Rich, Warren. But how did he get permission to make a fucking Ninja Turtles book? Well, you know, Paramount has their hands in his pie. So, that being said, you can do it, right? I won't get a cut from it. So basically, how I would do the business on that is I would pay Jetpack their full 50%, and I would make no profit from it, which is fine. But keep in mind that even the deal that Jetpack is giving me with this, like I don't know, but I assume he has to be losing money or close to it. I mean, when you get a couple thousand of these books, they end up costing $3 or $4 a piece. You know what I mean? I don't know what they paid for them. I don't know what they owe Paramount for them. But at the end of the day, he sells them for $300. I'm matching his price. So, you know, you do you, man. I always tell people, those coupons are yours. You use them for whatever the fuck you want. You earn them.
4 more games to show you. That's right.
Don't worry about my bottom line. I've got this whole fucking thing figured out. Like I said, if I don't make anything on the CGC comic, that's fine. You know how much it costs me? Nothing. So there you go, man. There's a little window into a small part of my business model.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 2013 for the
Wii. I only read your first message. Hold on.
I'm playing it on the Xbox 360 here. This one was developed by an outfit called Magic Pockets. The turtles themselves have been redesigned once again. This time taking a huge step back in the process and seemingly aimed more towards
how much stuff.
This is definitely the worst Turtles game that exists, at least that I've personally played.
Because
once again,
I think I think I've got stuff for Brian. Oh wait, I won't have stuff for JC though.
Usually they just stand
I think I think I just have stuff for Brian right now. I thought I was going to end up doing JC.
Coming, and the fighting here is so.
But I think, my big fear is I just didn't want to do it for 10 people who all have 5 things, and then I have to walk up to Kevin with 50 things to sign, and then I got to pay a lot out of pocket for it up front or whatever. I mean, I assume, you know, because I don't know what he's charging today. So one of those things like we'd have to like be in contact and you PayPal me or whatever. I mean, not that I can't cover it, but you know,
Okay.
I'm happy to do that for you because I don't think I'm doing it for anyone but Brian, and I think I just have one book for Brian right now.
I thought sewage was supposed to go down, not up.
So yeah, you know, I'm gonna get a few things signed by him. I don't mind getting a few things for you, and then the one thing for Brian, you know, that'd be like 5 or 6 things.
Towards the end of 2014, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Danger of the Ooze, once again from Activision. This is on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3,
Yeah,
and
gimme.
3DS.
But
This is the
that's
PS3
considered a tentative
This one was
yes. I don't
developed
see
by
why. I don't see why not right now.
improvement over the last game.
Jeezy, I mean,
This was
same thing,
another
man.
Metroidvania.
If you, yeah, you can shoot me a message.
Overall Metroidvania-ness is
You know,
definitely more Metroidvania than Radical Rescue on the Game Boy. You might even confuse this for a real Metroid or Castlevania game. Actually,
like I said, you know,
the DNA of
just let me know how many things you guys are thinking about. I would try to keep it to 2 or 3, just because now, just in this chat, now we're up to 3 people, 4 including me. If we all, you know,
but no, it does it on its own. This makes attacking.
and I'm pretty sure Kevin still doesn't mind signing piles of stuff, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't think, you know what I mean? I would hate if something has changed and he gets upset, or he doesn't sign, or I have to choose a certain amount, or there's a limit. I think they established, if I recall, they did establish a limit at some point, but I don't know what it is. I have, yeah. Oh, shoot. I don't remember. I don't remember what it does something with tokens, but I don't remember what it I don't remember what it does. Right? Doubling season does something with tokens, right?
Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC. This is the PlayStation 4.
Oh, do the Turtles do something with tokens? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Published by Activision, but developed by Platinum Games. Once again, this is better than the previous entry that I just talked about.
Oh, Jeezy, that should be fine, man.
More modern releases, all 4 Turtles are with you at all times. You can switch between them, but the controls are pretty convoluted. Actually, that's an understatement, but they still work.
Yeah, and that's fine too. Give me TMNT. Like I said, my fear, and it may be unfounded, is that he's going to have like a 5-thing limit, and then I'm not going to be able to get anything signed, because that's the way that it would go. I would make sure to get your guys' stuff done. So
to find out where you need to go next. If you get knocked out,
let me ask around at some people. Crew, you saw Kevin not that long ago. Did he have a limit?
Pizza until you gain enough strength. Then back to the battle you go. Just try not to have all 4 turtles out at once. Besides fighting, you'll find yourself rolling things around stages.
What was it? Was it 5?
Disarming bombs, lots and lots of bombs, and querying computer terminals for more info. You'll be doing these things a lot. Platinum Games is known for nothing.
Yeah, because give me with 3 cards, and Jeezy's one thing, and Brian's one thing. If it limits 5, then I'm out.
It doesn't need much of an install, and it doesn't require.
So you might have to pick one card, or you know, I'm probably going to get one thing signed. I won't be greedy.
The cel-shaded graphics are excellent here on the PS4. However, I absolutely despise how.
And honestly, I always make these plays, and the day of, I'll end up like fucking Heroes Con. The day of I went to Heroes Con, I was just like super tired, and I just wasn't feeling it. And so like I literally went to see Michael Dooney, got JC's book signed, and I was like, I'm done. I fucking left.
The music is okay, and sometimes extremely repetitive, which again is something that Platinum Games loves. April is your radio buddy, because every modern game needs a radio buddy.
Oh, can you do that? Can you? Is it
overall?
So you go in line, you get your 10 items signed, but then you can just get back in line and get 10 more signed. If that's the case, I really don't give a shit. I don't mind waiting in line twice or whatever. It's a 3-day event. What the fuck? Because that's the other thing too. Is it's a 3-day event, right? So like over the course of the 3 days, I gotta figure out where I'm staying in Manchester. I'm gonna ask JC if I can stay in his hotel. Crew, can you do that? Can you just like get back in line and get more shit signed, or are they gonna like the security gonna get you? See, guys, as one of the, in my personal life, in my personal collection, I'm not a big signature guy. Like, I'm more of like a conversation, like, you want to get a beer type of dude. Like, I've hung out with a lot of the turtle dudes that I idolize and like been more about like that sort of experience. And I feel like when I ask for a signature, I kind of am like, can you sign this thing? You know what I mean? Or, I don't know. And it's a dumb thing because I've missed out on a lot of signatures and a lot of getting a lot of cool stuff signed. Like I wanted to go like with Michael Dooney. Like I wanted to get those last Ronin figures signed because I don't think anyone's thinking to do that, and he did the design for them. But like I said, the day of, I was like, I'll just fucking chat with him instead. Like, say, you know, I don't know why I'm like that.
The game saves, so you don't have to do it all in one sitting, at least in the story mode. The arcade mode is tougher, and you can't save your.
Well, give me, you know what I would say, man? Let's just do it where it's like, send me what you want to get signed, and I'll do what I can. If I run into any issues, I'll let you know. You know.
This can be played by up to 6 players simultaneously, but supposedly only 4 on the PlayStation 4. This can be achieved locally or online.
Just
I didn't initially plan.
What day is Granite Con? Is it the second week or third week? I said just don't wait too long. Make sure you get it to me in time. I'll give you my address. Third, okay. Yeah, we got time.
Weird things may happen, like what's going on here. Other people can jump in at any time if you allow it, just like an arcade machine. I think I'd rather play local co-op though, or at least with people I know online. I like that fatigue and boredom never really sets in like it does by the 5th or 6th stage in most other beat-em-ups. The graphics are 2D pixel art.
Yeah, man, you know where to find me.
There is a lot of detail in the various scenes, and it never becomes.
Don't let me forget. I'm pretty good about remembering all this shit.
The background and right outside of the
I remember stuff about you guys better than I remember stuff about my fucking girlfriend. But
parallax and tons of bright colors really heighten the visuals. The original.
That's not valid anymore. I moved to New Hampshire, brother. So I got to give you my new one. It'll be on any future packages. You'll see it. I haven't changed it yet because I didn't. I was living in a hotel for 2 weeks while I waited for this apartment to be ready. So it was weird. Like I couldn't have the return address be the hotel, and even if something did get returned, like would I be at the hotel at the time it got returned? So I kept it my North Carolina address because Amy was still there, and I figured if anything got returned, she could just ship it up to me. But now that I have an address, a physical address, you'll see my new address as the return address. But I will send it to you in Discord too.
There are a couple of self-scrolling stages in the game, and I feel
Rochester, New Hampshire.
These stages are just less interesting, so I feel that they should be shorter. Anyway, be sure to check this one out. It's a great return to form in more ways than one, and yes, it's available physically.
Yeah, man. I'd love to see Peter one more time. Steve is always a fucking treat, man. If you haven't met Steve, man, like, treat yourself, dude. That guy is fucking hilarious. He's super nice, like, down to earth, man. And, like, he was involved in the Turtles from, like, he's like the third guy that worked at Mirage, you know what I mean? Like, he did lettering on the early issues and then started doing art and licensing and was heavily involved in licensing. Like, when you start picking his brain about, like, the business side of Turtles, which people don't fucking do, and it's one of those things that I wanted to do at Free Comic Book Day, so, like, you guys could hear. See, that guy has the fucking craziest stories, the stuff they used to deal with, dude. Like, and
what are your favorites?
Like,
do you have any least favorites? Let me know. In the meantime,
I won't spoil it, man. Someday we'll hang with Steve Levine and I'll get him talking about that stuff. JT, you want blind bags, Bubba? Of course. Oh. We just gotta wait the 2 minutes for this to finish, and then I'll run them for you real quick. Thank you for speaking up, and of course, guys, always just make a request. My new thing with TMNT Chill is everything's gonna be in the auction tab, and I'm just gonna fucking run something, and you know what I mean, and like, let people search because, and like I'll show cool stuff. You know what I mean? But, like, there's no reason for me to go through every issue of fucking Volume 5 like I used to. Like, I know people do it for the notifications. Like, we're past that point, boys. Like, we're over 1,000 followers. We're getting shit about that stuff. ain't running items for notifications anymore. I really appreciate that, dude. Thanks for doing that. I hope we get you something good. And we've got a bank, just so you know. We've got what do I have in the bank actually? Give me a second. Where the fuck's my bank? Okay, we've got Freddie Williams, Kevin and Peter, and is that it? I thought we had a Dooney. Okay, Freddie Williams and Kevin and Peter. So if you do end up getting something you don't want, and you want those, they're kind of like the swag. Everyone gets those. So, you know. But hopefully we get you something good here. And I've got the scissors, so we can do rip or ship. And because I like it, you know, we might even do some bonus pulls. I like JT guys. You know, some people I don't like, they come in, they buy a blind bag, and say, "That's what you know, get what you can get." Not JT. He's what we call an OG. We're at the point where we can start identifying the OGs now. Because we're coming up, guys. And here's how fucking crazy things have been, guys. We fucking had our year anniversary, and I started Whatnot July 14th of last year.
This is a series where I explore some
Yeah.
games that were
So meant to do a big celebration, make a big deal out of that, but yeah, we've been doing it a year. So you know, coming up on this fall, a lot of you guys joined me in the fall because you know early on in like August and September we're starting out, and it was man, I was running like 5-6 hour shows just sitting by myself. You know, I'd have like 1 or 2 or 3 people pop in. Just kept that up. Sometimes I run 4 or 5 shows a week, and
from Game Freak for the Sega
you know,
Mega Drive.
Rest of
I've actually gotten lots of requests to cover this game over the years.
Oh no
but I
shit,
never
Gimme!
did,
Awesome.
Mainly because I never really
Awesome.
got into the game. But I figured that this time I'd sit down with it and give it a chance.
I love when
you can tell just by looking at the characters that it's based on an
Let me
anime
see
or
what we got
manga.
here.
That right there is probably the main reason that it stayed in Japan. Anyway, the sights
I
and
love when
strange
we
characters and the weird little noises you make.
our
This is a
community
really
profits
cool
from the blind bag. I think Orion
Plays this
Tax, he
little guy
pulled the black and white one in 300, and I think he had it sold. But he was like, "Hey, did you ship that?" He was like, "Have you shipped that yet?" I'm like, "Yeah, I shipped it." Okay, I got someone asking about it already. It's like, oh, geez, I'll take a look at that in just a second here, man. Let me get this going for JT real quick, and I will check the Discord. Sorry, I've got the laptop up there, so I'm not as fluid as I gotta be bouncing around on my phone.
Sustain 3 hits before you die. The game's physics take a little bit of getting used to. In fact, Game Freak would use a modified version of this game's engine in the future when they made Pulse Man. And playing that game feels very similar to this one in the way it handles. The jumping especially requires a bit of care as you can't control it much, and if you spread your wings, there's some
Alright, well you win that, let me check the
land.
base queue.
Still, you do become accustomed to it all after a short while, and the game as a whole is quite enjoyable. There are only 4 stages in the game, but each stage is huge with tons of areas. In fact, the last stage has about 20 sub-stages.
Oh, jeez.
So, of course, a few of them are only a couple of screens
long.
long.
Buddy.
Still, there's plenty of
Well,
challenges
you know
here
what,
to get
man?
you
I like you too.
That's
And
not
I
all,
probably
so
want to
be
see
sure
all
to
6 of
search
the
everywhere
people.
you can for extra lives.
Oh, let me try to make it happen for you.
Very bright and colorful. 2 words
Just,
which are usually
you know,
used to describe a lot of Genesis.
That'll probably be the first thing I do. I knew I was going to have a bunch of missions. Like I said, when I started the company, it was like, oh, it's just Brian. So what are we doing, JT? We ripping?
There are some voices, or what are supposed to be voices, but they sound pretty bad. I usually love it when games have voices, but honestly, I think this one would be better.
Yeah, Jeezy, I'd be happy to make that happen for you. It will be pricey. I don't, you know, like I said, the prices will probably vary. So I think what we'll probably do. Whoa, I haven't seen this one yet, guys. Whoa, JT, hold on a second. That J. Scott Campbell sketch? No, you can't be getting that. I'll tell you what, guys. JT and these booby books. Look at that April. That's a JT book if I ever seen one. You guys don't know this, but I used to be, you know how you can see when your friends are watching shows. I'd be watching it, be watching all these girly shows. I'd pop in and I'd be like, "What's going on in here?" And of course, they're running, some Harley Quinn risque cover, and then
Each of these are.
I
super
asked
fun to
JT
play
about it
with.
the next day. He's like,
By the
"Oh
way,
no,
they're
man, I
all
was in there
pretty
buying
fun.
Batman." I'm like,
There you go.
but
Button B is
all
your
right.
jump, and button A is your attack. Sounds fairly basic, but
He
there
said,
are actually
"You
a
guys
very
can't see
lot
it. He
of
got muted." But he said they ran one boob book. See, the story he tells is like I showed up just as they were running the booby book. But we all know what JT does when no one's looking on whatnot. Hey, dude, congratulations! This is actually a really sick cover, and I think that's probably pretty rare. Does anyone know what the ratio is on that?
As long as you hit someone after the bounce. Of course, some
I bet you it's a higher ratio than the color, right?
Each character can also double jump. Combine a jump or double jump with down on the D-pad.
Come on, Chad, don't let me down.
Pretty nifty attack combo.
Oh, is it only 125? See, I thought the color would be a 125. That will be a 150.
These can do a huge amount of damage, but they will also drain a bit of your life.
Do you have that one yet, JT? Oh, you haven't shoved it yet.
Along the way,
That's a cool one to get. We haven't pulled that one yet.
Many of these are weapons, but not
Sweet.
each character
All right,
can
man.
use every weapon.
It'll be out to you tomorrow.
Tora and Rio can't pick up these big bazookas because they're just too heavy.
What
But
have
Rando
we
can
here?
use them, no problem. Also, I love that his name is Rando. Rando won't bother with the other guns.
Okay, cool, man. That's what yes.
This can be somewhat helpful in a two-player game to make sure one character isn't grabbing all of the weapons, I guess.
I want you to get what you want.
The other items. There's lots of food and drinks that can restore some of your life. Even beer.
Dude, it's so weird, man. I literally was thinking about you this morning. Like, I'm gonna fucking text him if I don't see him after the show. And like after the jetpack show, I was thinking about him. I'm gonna have to shoot him a message so I'll see what's going on. I know it's a busy season for you.
Whatsoever. Then you're fighting inside of the whale, and of course, there's people in here trying to kill you, and even barrels to bust.
Oh shit, man! GG.
Let's not gloss over these squids with boxing.
I've got some more, so we can run some more for GT.
Either way,
what do you thinking, Manny? You want to rip? You want to open it here, or you want me to ship it sealed?
Blown out of the blowhole because that's how whale biology works. And hey, look, there's
True.
a Saturn on the
yeah, I don't have them here, man, but
enemy certainly doesn't want
there's hundreds at the store.
The artwork style.
You got it, Manny. I'll ship that one sealed for you.
Early Neo Geo games. There are lots of dither transparency, so if you hate dither,
because I think I've only got
it's really best
3 left here. No, 2.
Sound effects even sound
I've got
like
2 left.
especially
Yeah.
the ghost sign.
I fucked around and found out with the bank.
But it's not as
I don't like it when people get doubled.
Sound effect in the Neo Geo. The music is absolutely awesome. And
legally required.
From Technosoft. Lots of rock and synth tunes, and all of them are good.
Yeah, I hope you get the Sakai too, dude.
Yeah.
That's a sweet one.
Be sure to play this game if you can. There's plenty of challenge here in the upper levels. Since we in the West are idiots, we didn't want 2D games anymore back when the Saturn and the PlayStation came out.
Crew, we'll just do it when we do everything else.
PlayStation, but the Saturn
just don't let me forget. You gotta.
From what I read, I think that either way you can't go wrong.
I'm already starting to forget what it was. It's Planet Racers, 40th anniversaries, Color Classics #2, and then 2 of these, right? Manny wins again. Did you want to ship this one sealed, Manny, or open it here on the stream?
And the Saturn. So let's shift over to the PC engines and the Super Famicom.
No, JT.
Once again, these have very Japanese names.
JT,
Don't be shocked when you see this next PC Engine game because it's.
I literally have access to like thousands of these, man. Don't you sweat it.
Quite a few games.
You got it. No sweat, man. Best of luck to you.
A lot of the interesting ones came
And it looks like I've got one more. Speaking of this, guys, look at this. I think Brian went to bed. This is what he wants me to have Eastman sign. Look, he's got his instructions on here on where he wants the SIG. He sent this to me like 3 or 4 months ago. I was like, I got it. I was like, okay. And then like a couple months later, like, Brian, why'd you send me this, man? He was like, oh, I thought it was like coming up. I was like, so I've literally had that ice cream pack cover from him for like 2 months now.
Would your life even be worth living at that point? Well, this kid values his
all right,
life
guys,
as
that's going to be the last one.
He's trying to save it from the ultimate evil. At least that's what I presume the story is. It's not difficult to guess. But, of course, initially I guessed wrong. You're actually a kid who transforms into a superhero.
Put what in the cut bag?
Computer. He's training to be a hero. But this game is the real
You win!
As you run along, you'll shoot enemies, and some of them will drop some items. Collecting certain colored ones will add a ball to your attack bar. You engage this by
Why?
holding the attack button until it reaches a certain color and then releasing. Each color has a
Am I
different
missing
style of
something
attack,
here?
and you'll need to learn which ones are effective against which enemies if you want to get past this game. If you let go of the button between the colored balls, you can get weaker variations of that
Oh,
attack,
for
which is
the
pretty
hidden
cool.
signature. Okay,
There
I
are
thought you meant
also
right now. I was like, well, why? Like it's not. It's fine. It does not.
Invincibility.
I
So
wasn't thinking of what you
forward,
put
which
down.
can be
Yes,
useful
got. I
to
got
jump
100%. Makes perfect sense.
Jump and also do a
Oh,
high jump
sorry,
and
man.
up as you press the jump
I
button.
made the assumption
This
you wanted
is
to rip.
definitely the key to dodging a lot of the boss attacks. Speaking of the bosses, each stage has a mid-boss and an end-boss. These are
Let's
the
go,
only
let's
parts where the game
go.
stops scrolling and you can turn around. These can seem tough at
Yeah, let me
first,
tell you, I
but
wish
if
I had
die,
that for those
it's all the
fucking
way
metal
up to
things you guys had me running around signing.
continues. Some stages, like the cave stage,
Jeezy's
are
trying to get
quite
me-
long and scroll very
Jeezy's
slow.
trying to get me to get
This
something
is a
6
boss
times
fight
signed for my
enough.
Grand Con. Can you
It'll
believe
take 10
that?
minutes before
I'll tell you what, I told him, no problem. It's not on fucking metal.
It's a fun game and it works pretty well, though the controls
You got
do have a
Dooney.
small learning curve.
Death Dooney and tax, is that what we say?
And then turn it off for the boss fight so I can use my special charge attacks. The graphics are extremely colorful.
Do you want that one? You have a choice between that, the Freddy,
nice scrolling here
and the
there.
Kevin.
The music is
and
also
Pete.
really nice, at least in most of the stages. In fact, I love the theme from the first stages. It's pretty catchy.
Roger that, boss. Thanks for Shuffling, man, supporting the show. Same thing with you, Manny. You guys rock. You know, whenever I'm just hanging out here,
This is a fun game, and I wish they would change the
just to
characters
hang out
around
with
and
you guys
translate
most of
it
the time.
and released it in North
and
America.
when we sell stuff,
It's
I'm
definitely
always
worth
super
trying out.
stoked. Because we get to keep on keeping on. JT, I know you're busy, dude. I know you're busy, but always expect, if I don't hear from you for 2 weeks, I'll be reaching out and making sure you're all right. But it's totally cool, dude. I 100% understand it's your busy time of year, and you're the big boss over there. So
Cayman Yaki Soban for the Super Famicom from Kid. Surprisingly, this isn't a
dude,
character based
that's
on
what I'm saying.
anything.
This new
It's
like
not.
emoji
Instead, it's based on a
thing
character from
they've got going on, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
We had
Think of this
like
game
like
as
a
kind of
like
you
a
think of
like a
the
penguin
Burger
with
King
star
for the Xbox.
eyes, a fistful of money,
This is
and
a basic
flames
deal.
going in here earlier, and I was like,
Apparently, the
yes,
UFO stands for food.
you
because
guys
there's no
like
bomb that
chat gets me.
seem to have a giant cup
That's
of
like
noodles
all
on
my
deck
spirit
for
animals.
Extra
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at all that fire,
guys.
guys.
There are enemies
Party's
wearing
over.
Nazis'
Fuck.
helmets.
Hey, what's up,
Chefs
JC?
throw pies at you.
Oh, you know what, dude?
Evil
Actually, I was just
French
talking.
fry
I'm
guys
sorry,
shoot
man. Just
French
fucking
fries
around.
at you. I hate these guys,
hey.
by the way, because they'll keep hitting you until you
You
kill
think
them. So
can I stay with you?
Their existence your priority. But
For Grand Con?
both jump.
I was thinking about it. Like, I don't have a place to stay in Manchester. I could get a hotel. Why don't I just stay with you? I'll sleep on the floor.
But you have enough to get things done. You can dash across the screen, and if you're lucky, you can hit an enemy with this. You can hold the attack button down as a meter builds up to.
If not, I gotta figure out what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. Looking for housing.
I think that's what he's doing.
Oh,
Also,
come on.
Shoulder button along with the attack
Fuck.
button.
Yeah,
Press the right
I get
shoulder button.
that.
The UFO guy throws rocks all over the screen to damage
Why
enemies.
is she coming
Actually,
in?
they're
Tell her I
probably
said hi, by the way.
but
She's
they
lovely.
look
She's
like
lovely.
rocks to me.
We
If you
played
press the left
Splintered
shoulder button,
Fate
spread what I'm
one
guessing
time.
Is some parsley,
Girl
which
can play.
freezes all of the enemies on the screen for you to beat them up.
Crew said it, not me, you know?
Sometimes you can get a unicycle, which will absolutely wreck the lives of anyone you touch while you're
That's
riding.
cool, though. I'll get to meet
It
her.
doesn't last long, though. As you fight, the scene will change, and I think it's pretty cool how they did this.
All right, now I actually have to fucking think about what I'm
Makes
going
it
to do.
seem like a show
Because
or something. There are
I was
always
thinking
people
about
on the
it,
stage
and
watching
like
you
I
fight.
don't have
So
a
I
car.
guess the entire world isn't that
Like Amy got both the
most video
cars.
games. After you defeat
So,
a boss, you shoot noodles at them.
Like
to
that's
tie
one
them
of
up,
like
and their
things I'm
evil
like in the
plans are
market for,
ruined
but
forever.
at the same
No,
time,
not the noodles.
that's looking for
The
T
AI
money,
can be
baby.
pretty dope. Sometimes they'll just stand
So
there.
I was thinking about it, I was like,
only when you get close enough.
I'll have to
you'll
go
figure
down
that,
there,
hey, maybe
stay
they should
there
punch me too
somewhere for the duration of the show, then come back up. I'm not gonna be able to go back and
The game
forth.
ever only
It's
moves
about an
at
hour
30
away,
frames per
so it's
second
like just
top,
enough
so
where it's like,
a little jittery.
I don't know.
Like so
I'll have to
many
figure
games
it
on
out.
the console, it's severely
Yeah, she is cool.
drawing the entire
Yeah, she
screen
is
top to
cool.
bottom eats up precious resources that
Oh,
make
you know
the
what
game
would be
slow
fucking
down.
dope though is if you
Then
brought the
again, I
snoring
don't
dog.
think kid
That
is
would be
exactly
fucking.
masters
That
of
would be
this
fucking
console.
cool. Then it would be we'd be back at square one because I'd be like, I don't care if your girlfriend's there. I'm hanging out with the snoring dog. I'm not here to hang out with you guys.
The game itself is quite
I'm
short.
gonna snuggle up with
It's
that
such an
fucking dog.
odd game, and I
Dude,
wonder
we'd
if
be
it's
playing
because
PlayStation and I can
it's
hear his dog in the background.
I mean, the Burger King games on the Xbox were
So fucking funny.
But then again, the Pepsi Man game for the
PlayStation,
kind of
yeah,
so who knows? It's kind of obvious why this one never made it outside of Japan. It's worth a playthrough, but you might
Oh,
only end up
yeah.
playing it once.
No, they don't. Damn, man. Who else is going? Who else do we know that's going? I'm gonna have to get a hotel. Oh. Yo, message me the hotel you got. Let me know if, hopefully it's not fully booked.
All right, let's move back to the center.
Eric,
and then
is that the
on to
fucking
main
Dad's
plot.
Marketplace
The
guy?
names of the games in this half of the episode aren't purely Japanese, but
Well, you fucking-
they can't be super
You
weird.
fucking high crew?
Anyway, for the longest time, I used to think that Dead or Alive was the only other fighting game on the Saturn that used the same engine as Virtua Fighter 2. Mostly the same engine anyway, but I was wrong. Check it out.
Bro,
Here's Goiken
he's
Muyu,
still banned.
in the Dimple for the
You know he
Saturn.
sent me a message
This
through my
is an
website.
interesting 3D fighting game from KSS. Supposedly, this game had a lot of the same people who helped with the Saturn port of Virtua
He
Fighter
sent me a
2.
message through my
As they were
website. It was like,
making
hey,
this,
like,
they
you know,
offered
I
it to
was
Sega
blah, blah,
as a
blah. And I was
fighting
like,
game, but
first of
Sega
all, it took me
dumped
6
out
months to
KSS
realize that
and
you're
set up
banned.
distribution instead.
Second
you
of
can select
all,
from 8 different characters.
I got
but
time for
if
this
you
shit.
keep pressing right, you can choose the final boss as well as 4 random dudes who I have no idea.
you
who
know,
they are.
I'm
Maybe
thinking
there's
I'm gonna
something
let it
sad about
go.
the game.
I
The game
just,
itself is set
I
up to
haven't
be
gotten
similar
around.
to
I'm
Virtua Fighter
busy.
2.
I'm gonna
You
reach
have
out to the
two
guy, and I
buttons,
think I'm just gonna
punch
be like,
button,
hey,
and a
this
block
is
button.
why you're
However, in
banned.
this game, you can't jump
I'll
by
hear what he
pressing
has
up.
to say.
You can't jump at all with
If he
that.
seems
There are some
snarky to
extra
me,
moves that you
I'll
can do, but I
he
haven't
can
figured
fuck
it all
off.
out yet.
If
Usually
he
they require capture
paints
the
it as a
direction
misunderstanding, which I'm sure will happen, I'll say, oh yeah, okay, it's a
The amount of moves
misunderstanding.
here seem to be far
And
fewer
I'll
than
let
the
it
likes of
go, and
Virtua
I'll
Fighter,
ban him.
unless they're just very well hidden from the
I don't
player.
like having that dude
Still,
banned. Like I
this
said,
game
it
is
was just
enjoyable
more
for
of
what
a
it is. There are 8
protecting
stages
you
to play
guys
through,
kind of
plus
thing.
the final
But
boss stage.
at this point,
It can
I've
be
been talking
epic
about that
on those
story.
last few stages.
I
You'll
act
practice for
like
sure.
I'm always like, oh,
Of
you
course,
know,
most characters have their
I've been talking
weaknesses,
shit about
which
that shit
you
for
can see are
fucking
pretty easy
6
to
months
avoid.
now.
The
And I
characters
never really
themselves
tried to
are
say the
mostly
guy's name. I
average,
just
though a
did.
few are pretty goofy,
But like
this
people
solid
ask me, who are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, don't worry
I like
about
how
it.
sometimes he loses his
But
behavior in the fight.
you guys, everyone's fairly warned at this point. So if he comes in and wants to try to be like, oh,
Everything looks really sharp. At least
I've
on a
got this
CRT,
thing in my
you
story if
can
you're
unlock 60
interested.
frames per second.
We can all be like,
There
yeah,
are
okay,
still
it'll
some
be funny.
small bugs during the game, as during the second stage,
At this
the characters will flicker on and off. no
But
matter
at first
which
it was like,
fighter
all right,
you're
the
using.
dude's fucking
And
lying
it only
about the
happens
thing,
in this stage, so that's
and then
kind of
he's
odd.
trying to
The
like
music is pretty good,
sell his
but
books
it
in my
almost
chat like
always
he's a
brings
fucking
the bottom.
bad combination. But I talked to Ralph. Ralph knows this guy, and he's known him for a long time. Crew. Like Ralph said, like Ralph's seen this guy at shows for a while, and
then it was suddenly stereo when the credits started to roll.
it was described to me that he
After that,
probably
I chose to play
means
as
no
this
harm.
guy.
He's
And
just
as I played, I noticed that the game
he's
was now
kind of got a few
stereo.
screws loose. Is how someone tried
Here's the thing,
to
though.
get
When I
me
chose a
to
different
come around
character
on
after
this.
It went back
So,
to mono.
I'm coming around on it, boys.
To have. A sequel was eventually released, but
Dude, like I said, he was at Free Comic Book Day, and he offered me like a comic stand to run my show, and I was like, no thanks.
And it's good to see more 3D fighting games on the system.
He like sent someone over to talk to me about it.
Localized it and fixed the bugs for a release outside of Japan.
Round one, fight!
Oh shit, you guys aren't mods because I made this show. Like, so for all the shows for the rest of the year, guys, like you're pre-set up as mods. So when you join, you'll automatically be mods. But if you guys keep getting muted, you can't see what each other are saying. Oh, only I can see what you're saying.
Sega Dreamcast. In this game, you get to pick robo animals to pull your future chariot. Seriously, what the hell? This has got to be great, right? Or sometimes you're swimming around a water.
You guys make me chuck. Look at this.
Around an air track. During this entire time, the chariot flops around behind the robo animals. Can you imagine how sick the person inside the chariot would feel? Well,
guys, what I think I should have done.
Very likely a sparsely detailed
You know, me, him, and Jim Lawson were in the same room at Free Comic Book Day. Like I could have fucked that. I could have fucked shit up. But I was a good boy. I was representing, looking for TMNT, and I had a job to do. But, oh boy, did I! You guys, I never mentioned this to you guys, but I don't know if you guys ever put that together. But I could have just like been like, hey man, let's go talk to Jim. And been like, hey Jim, he said that you said this shit, and like you know, would have fucked his fucking day up, dude.
The control is mostly simple. The left and right triggers are your brake and gas. you steer with the analog stick. There's a boost meter which charges over time, and when it's full, you can press the X button for a quick boost. Be careful though, because it can be very difficult to control.
You know what, JC? It wouldn't fucking surprise me because that's the whole fucking. That's why it pissed me off so much. Is because that's the tone Jim took in the chat. Do you remember his comment? I think Rich fucking hid the thread, and I think he hid it because I said like I'm not gonna name names, but you know. I don't know if you ever got to the point where you saw all that in that thread.
This is super awkward to control,
but Jim Lawson's whole attitude was like, I don't know why someone would say I don't remember this. I clearly do. Like basically, kind of made it seem like I was lying, which pissed me off because like you're gonna fucking make me look bad in front of like I mean I used to know Jim Lawson. Like I think he remembered me at Free Comic Book Day. Like I could see the wheels turning in his head, but he couldn't quite put a finger on it. But it's one of those things like, dude, you're gonna fucking make me look like a fucking doofus in front of someone I respect because you're a fucking scumbag? Like, fuck you, dog. Anyway, is that too? Do I digress or is that too much? I don't know. Isn't it good that I simulcast to Facebook and YouTube and Twitch so everything I say is in the internet forever?
As you can see, the graphics are pretty plain.
Only I gave a shit.
Textures. There wasn't much artistry going on in this one, that's for sure. At least it's sharp.
Hey, I've been very good about that whole subject, considering.
In fact, I probably need to.
Like I said, I mean, it's been like 6 months, so I've said too much, but it's been 6 months.
Overall, this is more.
I said it over time.
Concept than a great game. But hey, when you see this in action, you just kind of want to know.
And like I said,
and now you do.
Part of me kind of feels bad because, like I said, the guy was kind of described to me like he's a bit of a doofus and may have done all of it unintentionally. I'm willing to suspend belief and let that be reality as long as if he comes back, he acts right. Mostly because Crew likes him. I like Crew and Crew likes him, so I don't fucking want to be that guy.
It's a very strange game. It can even be kind of tough.
People do make mistakes.
But you know what? I'm glad I played it.
In my heart of hearts, do I believe that's what happened with that? Not a fucking chance, but like I said, I'm the type of dude who, like, I'll just believe whatever. Path of least resistance.
More or less a dollar store version of Guardian Heroes. But that's definitely not a bad thing.
Oh, Madigan.
Actually,
I don't know who that artist is. I'm sorry. I know most Turtles artists, but I don't think I'm familiar with the artist. Did they work on recent covers? Let me look them up.
Anime FMV introducing the 4 main characters in a similar fashion to Guardian Heroes did on the Saturn. When you begin the story mode, you can choose from the 4 main characters. After that, you select which of the first 4 stages you want to play.
Oh.
You have strong and
do I have that Stranger Things?
Smash your enemies to death. If you press L1 or R1, you switch planes. Thankfully, there are only 2 planes to worry about. Sometimes you'll need to jump to the other layer to avoid or attack certain enemies who only live on one plane or the other. Usually, the enemies will follow you.
You know, it's funny. I haven't listed it yet, but I just happened to have this. It's going to be listed this week. Let me see what else. Let me see what else this dude's done.
Press up to jump, but that's fine because this isn't a platforming game. If you press L2 or R2, you can dish out a special attack in the form of puffballs that somehow hurt the enemy. Yeah, boy,
give me a second. It won't take me long.
When the special attack is fully charged, it can be pretty powerful. Each character is unique, but they all control the same way. The handling can be a bit different, though, as some are slower or faster than the others.
So was it just TMNT Stranger Things that he worked on?
2 players to enjoy the game simultaneously. Of course, each stage has multiple mid-bosses and ends with a regular boss fight. I do wish that the regular enemies had life bars.
Madigan?
Take a ton of hits to kill.
I was trying to find other covers that they did. I see they did some TMNT Stranger Things. I got a few of those.
I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. All of the main bosses are unlockable after you defeat them, so you have a total of 12 playable characters, eventually. You have 1 life and 3 continue, so although it feels kind of easy, it can be hard to reach the end of the game with basically 4 lives for the entire thing. The graphics are pretty good, and I like how everything is in 2D. It doesn't look quite as nice as Guardian Heroes, but that's fine. I do wish that there were a few more types of basic enemies, though. There doesn't seem to be much.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be. I don't have that Godzilla cover.
The music is generally pretty good, but not something you'll be humming.
I might have that Ultron Empire if that's what he did. If he did that.
The sounds and voices can be kind of annoying. A A lot of the basic enemies have this screechy sound that they make over and over, and it gets old pretty quickly. And of course, every character needs to say something in Japanese every time they attack. Does this make their attacks
Madigan, no
stronger or
problem.
something? Why is this a thing in video
Volume
games?
5,
If I'm
147.
punching someone in real life, I just want to punch them. I don't need to announce what move I'm doing. No one cares. I just want to make my fist contact his face.
Looking through the
Overall,
new
this
stuff
is a fun
first.
beat 'em up, and I'm surprised that it didn't
Yeah,
get
that's
released
mostly.
outside
I
of
got more a
Japan.
lot of the
Maybe it
mid-range
would have
stuff
been too
there.
much effort to
147.
translate
Let's
all
take a
of the
look through
voices
these
in the game.
boxes.
Hey, I'd be totally fine if they just deleted the
We
voices.
love to
This is
search
another
for
one where the voices can go away, and it would actually.
Oh, I've got a retailer exclusive for
Oh,
147.
check it out.
Ooh, volume 611. We will have that next week. I gotta be fully up to date on my volume 6. I've got a gap. But let me check volume 611.
Finally, we have Psycho Dream for the Super Famicom, developed by TMNT, published by Riot in 1992. TMNT developed the Ballad series, and Riot.
Oh man, well I wish you the best luck. That's cool though. You like what you like.
You begin the game by choosing your character.
Let me know if you did want this
And
TMNT
you
Stranger
progress
Things.
through the level,
I don't mind making a quick listing for it.
collect colored jewels. These will power you up at
But
various
yeah,
stages.
it is tough when you find an artist. You really, I had that problem with Mateus Loco when he first started on Volume 5, and
Funny.
I felt like I had to collect every cover he ever did, and thank God I fell off that train because it didn't stop.
Pretty
It was
impressive.
cool to meet him though. I mean, I was working at the time. I was doing stuff for these guys, but it was neat
Be
meeting
careful
him.
though, because
I hung
you
out with
just
him while
do
he
that
was smoking a
willy-nilly.
cigarette outside a little bit.
Turns out you're actually supposed to go in here. Playing as Maria is a lot tougher. She uses a whip and doesn't seem to have as good.
Awesome, Maggie. Give us a follow. We've got over
upgrades,
300 Turtles books in there right now, but we're working up to 1,000. Basically, I'm listing like 50 to 100 Turtle books a week. We're gonna have new inventory weekly, all the way up to the end of the year. We do shows from my local comic store, which is pretty famous for Ninja Turtles, Jetpack Comics, and they have a huge Ninja Turtle inventory. So if you don't see it here, a lot of times I can find it at the store. We were live at the store actually earlier tonight.
Perhaps the most interesting thing about this game is the
But
story.
yeah, follow us. I do 3 Turtle shows a week at least. Update the inventory weekly. We do have like a community outside or whatnot. We have a Discord. If you go to TMNTDiscord.com or NinjaTurtlesDiscord.com if you use Discord, or you can go to looking for TMNT.com and it has all the different community
I
channels.
like a lot of the odd designs.
Awesome.
Especially the
Love to see it. You're welcome here anytime, whether you're shopping or not. Feel free to hang out, just watch Turtles, chat Turtles. We're all about that.
It can often be difficult to
Thanks for
focus
asking
on
about the
games.
books.
There's usually something flashing or flickering pretty badly, and it's distracting or just plain annoying. This is
Wait,
another one
is
of
that
those
one?
games on the console that
Oh,
is
yeah, it seems
severely letterboxed, and despite that, it has quite a bit of slowdown. I don't think that TMNT really had much of a grasp.
Thanks for
on
your help
the
with that,
Famicom
Jeezy, by the
hardware.
way.
Still,
Because I was looking myself, coming up a little short.
The music isn't something that you'd ever listen to on its own. Instead, I feel that it tries to be
Always
odd
love when
and
you guys are
surreal
there with the
itself.
assists.
It really helps make you feel like you're playing
Together
a game
we are
that's a little,
unstoppable.
well, different.
We are an unbeatable Turtles force. What up,
The
Manny?
stage designs are
Welcome back.
usually
We're still
okay.
doing this.
This one here immediately reminded me of Salamander, which you might also know as Life Force. I mean, you see it too. It's not just me, right?
Dude, I haven't seen the
Overall,
Simon
this is
Bisley
another short game
exclusive
on
since
Super
I've been to
Famicom.
Jetpack.
I had a
I've
few
got
issues
some. I
with
wonder
the
if
final
he's
boss, especially since I had to fight him in my weak form, but hey, I did it. I'd say that this game is definitely worth trying. It's odd.
Kodiak,
it's far from
Kodiak, you
fun,
there?
But it definitely stands out. I think that with a little tweaking, this would have made for a great international release.
Did we lose Kodiak? Hey, did you want this one? For some reason, I had it in my head that you liked these, and I
There
was
you go.
going
One
through,
thing that was never released outside of
and I was
Japan
like,
for you. You know what? I had a lot of
is that a
fun with
Kodiak
this
thing?
episode. Can't believe I never tried whatever that Mega Drive game was.
Nah,
called.
sorry, crew. I don't have any melting pot. But I did. Hey, dude, I did find a crew book in there. I didn't even mention it to anybody because I was like, I'll see if crew wants this. He's got Zombie War Eastman covers in there.
But I just never did. Anyway, what are some games?
Okay, cool. Roger that.
I think I should try that. Maybe I haven't yet. Let me know. In the meantime, thank you for watching.
Yeah, Night Watcher was good. You know, and it was a funny twist, just to, you know, because you didn't really know who the Night Watcher. I thought it was going to be Raph. You know, just because the Night Watcher character is lifted from the 2007 movie where he was Raph. So it was kind of a cool twist. And I like the weird, like, sentient armor robot thing made by the Goat Woman. I think I followed that correctly. I was like, well, okay, yeah, all right, I'm with you. Gonzo.
None of the games
What
in this episode
Gonzo?
I own. I had to use an EverDrive to record them all. What is the point of having a game collection?
I'm sorry, I'm brain dead today, dude.
If
What
I can have
Gonzo?
an
What's
EverDrive
Gonzo?
instead? I should sell my game collection to GameStop and then just keep all my games on an EverDrive.
Oh, this isn't
I'm
Turtles.
gonna go sell all my games
This is
right
some fucking
now.
nerd.
Welcome back to the 80s Toy Museum, Turtle fans.
Wow, this is toy heaven!
And it's time for the four Turtle brothers to leap into the decade of the 90s.
It's more than turtle toys!
Welcome to another installment of the totally tubular and bodaciously giant history of 1990 edition. And giant was the perfect word to describe the Turtles' leap out of the 80s and into the decade of the 90s, thanks to a giant assortment of single card.
Oh, it's the book I was fucking holding.
Editions of the Turtles themselves. One of the most giant playsets of the entire original Playmates.
I'm getting there, guys.
And
There are some fucking
on the big screen.
There's some fucking modern artists I just like do not know by name.
Just a moment, Kevin.
Big thanks
You know
to
what I mean?
Prop Shop
Like,
Vintage
this was
Toys
like the
Port Huron,
Mexican
Michigan,
ones.
for providing many of the loose figures you'll see in today's history.
I'll set that
lesson.
aside for you,
And
Colonel.
thanks as well to the Toy Collector's Guide for their mint on card and mint in box images. 20 figures were released on card.
Because it's
13
one of those
standard,
things like
4
with
wooden
modern
Disguise
Turtles
and
artists,
3
like
new wacky action wind-up figures.
a lot of the time,
Even
like
though
I don't
previous
like
figures released in 88
I
and
don't look
89,
into it too much unless the style is like really striking and I really like it. Like when Taste Local was so different than what Dan Duncan was doing
turtle figure
that like
variation.
it really stood out. But like and like the the artist with the beginning of
For some
Volume 6 was
reason,
really
Don
good.
Tello was released in 1990.
But it wasn't
Storage
like
shell feature, though.
it's one of those things where it was like I didn't I don't even like know that artist's name because like well I like that Charles did a great job drawing it. It wasn't one of those things that, like, I don't generally follow like specific artists like that unless which again just a weird thing.
And the most important accessory of all,
Unless it's like I said, like in the TSNT like deal where like they did something really really different or unique, and like I'm usually out to get.
No brother of Donatello.
Are you
know.
talking about Slash? The Quick the Mutant Turtle from the Dimension X?
Slash was Shredder's own evil ninja
Something drawn by them in that unique style. But there's a time in my life, like at the beginning of Volume 5, I was really into like modern turtle artists, like memorizing every person, every cover.
Had a tough time overcoming.
And like it's one of those things where like as I've gone along, it's gotten harder.
This giant mutant snapping turtle had just as big an appetite for pizza.
Hey, I'm on a deadline. I don't have all night to wait.
Originally Bebop and Rocksteady's pet, he was mutated in hopes of doing their chores.
Like I feel like there's a
Looked
lot
bit different
more
on the show, though.
artists to keep track of these days because there's a lot more variant covers. And like
It's those blasted punk frogs
a lot of the times,
Another punk
it
frog.
used to be you would actually have like one artist do multiple covers, whether they were connecting covers or whatever. But like that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. It's like if there's like 10 different covers, it's 10 different artists. You know
And
what I mean?
unfortunately,
Unless it's like a sketch variant or whatever.
Playmates line. Still waiting for this long-standing piece of unfinished
Yeah,
business.
I know the one
to
you're
be
talking
finished
about.
with the final two punk frogs, Attila and Rasputin.
Napoleon was even less accurate to his toon version than Genghis was.
You said, I think I do.
Poor Napoleon. What did they do to him?
You're talking about the one that's like, it's like the last Ronin, and he's like, I don't know, it kind of looks like it's on like old paper or whatever. It's like black and white.
Like his brothers, what he did get was an episode named after him.
I think I know the
In
one you're
season
talking
5,
about.
titled Napoleon Bonafrog, Colossus of the Swamps. One of my personal favorite vintage Playmates Turtles figures ever was this guy.
Am I supposed to? What is the point of this whole platform? I sell
so
stuff, and then I take the money,
But despite being a minion
and then
of
I
Shredder,
get
he
more
was
stuff, and then I sell
totally
that.
harmless and
Is that what we do? Yeah, I know. I know the exact one you're talking about. Like, I was thinking it was like tea stained paper. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Skullbug, the giant mutant cockroach, was another henchman of Shredder's.
Crew, what
that
are you
the
texting
Turtles
me?
were itching to get a piece of.
And old scumbugs.
Oh yeah.
Turtles
Look at that fucking
And
thing.
double the weirdness with this pair of mutated garbage men.
I can't tell what the face is, dude.
And let's not forget.
Oh, that's Splinter. I see it. I see it.
Just what this show needs. More mutants.
Theirs was the standard story of being
Sorry,
originally
crew
brought
texted
in
me.
as adversaries of the Turtles, only to switch sides and become allies. of the
What are we
heroes in a
running, guys?
nutshell.
Oh yeah.
Hey, why not? It works in every other story.
It's hard to hate those pizza-loving turtles, after all. And speaking of pizza, Shredder decided to hit the turtles where it hurts with Pizza Face, the psychotic pizza chef.
That's right. It's Pizza Face, the mutated pizza chef. He's using his killer
Did you
pizza
guys see my
to
tournament
fight
fighters?
a sewer dragster.
This nasty-looking pizza
I got this from
peddler
Pilot
had a
Shirt.
pizza
I
cutter
traded
for a
him.
peg leg. He never made it to the show, though. You'd think an evil pizza maker would have been a no-brainer as an adversary for the Turtles.
I don't believe
Yeah, isn't that cool? I wonder, has anyone seen? That's something I meant to ask you guys. Has anyone seen any reviews? Is the pizza good?
Someone who did make it.
I wonder
on
if it's
the
one of those
show,
things where the pizza
in
fucking
addition to
sucks
saving
because they
a
spent
ton
all
of
the money on the
furniture,
license.
Was this guy?
It's like wine. You never buy the wine, the celebrity wine,
Yet
because
another mutant who started at odds with the Turtles.
all the money went into
quickly
paying the
became
celebrity.
their bodacious ally.
Hey, thanks to you guys, I'm through with crime forever.
Is it?
I
Oh,
wish the writers would come up with a better plot device.
that would suck.
We learned in the
Like, if
5
you're gonna make a
episode,
Turtles pizzeria,
Michelangelo meets
you need to
Mondo
figure out
Gecko,
how to make the
that
cheese
Mondo
do that
is
stringy
by the
fucking
same
thing that it
agent
does in the
as
second
four
movie. You know what I
Turtles,
mean?
the giant
Where it's like you're
ninja
pulling it
turtles.
apart. Like, I've never seen a pizza actually do that. Like, I feel like that was movie magic.
Not enemies.
He included a turbocharged sewer skateboard.
Alright.
Oh, JC, that's tragic.
More reinforcements for the Turtles with Panda Khan, the time-traveling bear from the future.
Gourmet
Sounds like the
Alaska
name of a
pizza.
cartoon character.
Actually, no. He never appeared on the original Turtles cartoon.
Hey,
And
I
then
will
there
say,
was Ray
the people at
Fillet.
DiGiorno's, I got sick of their pizza a while ago, but they've been coming out with different crusts,
It
and
was another enemy turned ally that got
it's
along great
working.
with the
Like, I
Turtles
was like,
thanks to
all
his
right, this
affinity
doesn't
for
taste like
surfing.
fucking regular DiGiorno's. They have a wood-fired crust now. Their
And
stuffed
another
crust was
two-pack.
okay for a
This
while. I
one
got sick of
featuring
that,
a
though.
full-size bat and a bonus mini mosquito.
Well, we'd rather think of ourselves as wing
Oh, Kodiak, dude.
We're from the
Oh, you know what?
Saigon.
I just sent you my address, didn't I? Yeah, hey, buddy, I'm out of coffee.
Are described as heroes on their bio
Just putting that out
and
there.
in the
I
Archie
ran out this
but
morning.
appeared as villains trying to take
I was trying to
over the
make it
world
last,
in their lone
but
animated appearance.
it's too good.
And you can never go wrong with dinosaurs. Triceraton, another big brute that does the bidding of Shredder and his Foot Clan.
I claim this planet in the name of the Triceraton Empire.
The four Turtle brothers no longer had to hide out in the sewers, thanks to their new quartet of disguised figures.
What's going on here?
Don, the undercover turtle, could discreetly walk the streets undetected thanks to his mask, fedora, and trench coat. Just like the one Raph wears in the movie.
Oh, I feel so hard-boiled.
No rush, man. Looking forward to it.
Surfer Mike went the opposite of discreet, with his outrageous beach wetsuit and flippers.
This is truly humiliating. If my face wasn't green, it'd be red.
Red dog
Raph
pepperoni
states
on
that
fire
Planet
roasted
Dragon,
crackers.
G.I. Joe Defiant in his
It's the name of my
astronauts.
new band.
Is this some hot new fashion trend we're missing out on?
We're gonna be
And
live.
Leo, the sewer
We're gonna be coming to you guys
samurai,
live. My new
looks
band.
like he could blend into wherever
Dog
Usagi
pepperoni
Ojimbo
on
was
fire
from.
roasted
Odd
crackers.
choice of an outfit for a ninja.
Have you got a better idea?
Oh,
Not
dude,
really.
who bought fucking
Just another
Samurai
trench coat
Penguin? Was it
disguise.
Jeezy? Did you get
Honestly,
Samurai
I would've
Penguin
been
last
much
week?
happier if all four of
I
them
forget
just
who
had
got
trench
it.
coat and fedora disguises.
Ready for action, guys? For sure, dude.
And the final 3-carded figures.
Who
were
got
wacky
fucking
action
Penguin
figures.
Samurai?
Hey, look, it's not
Because it's one of these things where, like, the one thing about the jetpack shows I do not like is I can't list, I can't list all those items. I have to run it as like a jetpack item on screen. So, like, I can't, you know what I mean? I can't just see who ordered what. I have to go and look at the fucking video receipts at night.
His arm would spin and slice when he
They got a
was
good
wound up.
deal, man. I think I stole my Samurai Penguin for $5.
And the Turtles' mentor got a wacky action figure as well. Creepy crawling Splinter. For a mentor who was such a stand-up guy, this figure had him crawling on his belly when he was wound up.
Oh, that's what's so wacky, Master. I can
Hey, did I show you? Oh, wait. Hey, Crew, are you there, bud?
And Slice and Dice Shredder was a big improvement over his first figure.
It's nice to be
All right,
appreciated.
wait right there. Give me
A
2
little
seconds.
more tune accurate, could stand more easily, and had spinning blades on his arms. And 4 final figures that year, but they didn't come on card. These massive 13-inch giants needed a box to contain them.
Fuck, they might actually be in here now that I think about it. Let's see.
And the light gets on.
Oh, I don't know where I put it.
Nice.
The original 4 turtle figures from 1988 were upsized.
Ah,
They lost some
where'd I put
articulation points and weapons,
Major bumper.
but gained pupils. Lots of vehicles to go along with the smaller size figures that year. The Turtle Van finally met its match with the Mutant Module.
Wonderful. Another technical achievement.
It could dig its way into the sewers with its dirt-digging drill, probably forged from the hardest substances in Dimension X.
I seriously doubt it. The drill was stamped made in New Jersey.
The Turtles got some more air support with the Turtlecopter, with trigger-activated punching action,
Because Splinter and the Turtles are hovering nearby in their Turtlecopter.
and a pair of ripcord-powered vehicles for 1990 sent vehicles racing across kitchen floors.
Pull the ripcord and they're off all over the place. Bebop took the wrong turn.
For the Turtles, the Sewer Dragster, the foot-flattening speedster.
Hey,
I don't know where I put it.
It's the
I don't know where I put it to, but my Rock and Roller Minor Ants issue I got the other day,
Psycho Cycle.
it's signed and individually numbered on the inside.
It's beautiful.
And a pair of
So
vehicles
funny.
with pulled-back wind-up action. For the Turtles, the Toilet Taxi.
Here comes the toilet taxi hauling shell. Leonardo plunges ahead on Shredder's behind.
The fastest flusher to fight the foot.
Nah, there's a number like there's like 1,400 or something. It was
super
over 1,000 if I remember right.
Shredder has frozen the sewers and is shooting the wacky action like a slutmobile to pull a snow job on Donatello.
And you could use the sewer seltzer cannon to clean up the foot's act by hosing them down with water.
Michelangelo, hose him! Whoa, where did that water blast come from? What's on that pizza with this, dude? It's the turtle
You want one of these?
Looks like the foot is all washed up.
And Uzi had a spring-powered launcher that you could use to launch mutagen ooze-filled trash cans at the Turtles.
And watch out! That fake pizzeria is really a new shooting cannon.
I'm pretty sure
Goodbye, green guy.
that's Courtney, like Kevin's
For the
Drew
Turtles,
Courtney
there was
there.
Needle Nose, a giant mosquito who gave Mosquito
But, like,
a run for his
badass
money
Courtney.
in the blood-sucking department.
I told him not to bug me.
That's interesting. It doesn't say as seen on TMNT. Now I want to fucking find mine. I don't know where I put it.
Pollinating pump.
It's gonna piss me off.
Shredder's gigantic mega mutant.
And the big
Like,
playset
where would
for
I-
1990,
Oh wait,
the
what did I
Foot
put it in?
Clan's answer to the Turtles sewer playset.
It wouldn't be in my
Technodrome.
inventory.
Another example of cutting-edge technology.
The gigantic
I thought it was in-
double-decker mobile fortress, one of the most sought-after vintage playsets of all. It could open up to reveal many different play features. And beware the watchful eye of Sauron. I mean Krang,
What else
always
do I have in
watching
this
from
box?
above. The coolest feature
It's gonna
of
be
all
cool,
was that
guys,
it
when
had
we
a
hang
connection
out with
point where you could use one of the
Rich
sewer
Woodall.
pipes from the previous
Like he
year's
did all
sewer
these
playset
Last
to connect
Ronin
the two
exclusives,
playsets together.
and like I've got a bunch of questions. Like, you know what I mean? Like he kind of did his own style here. You know what I mean? And like I'm curious if he picked out like the color choice, like the paint. You know what I mean? Or like how that it kind of came to that. Like I'd love for him to draw some Last Ronin stuff in his style and kind of talk about how he came because it's, you know, it doesn't really look like anyone else's.
Elbow and knee pads, belt, and safe soft weapon. Nowhere near as realistic as the prop shop's
For
custom
sure.
commissioned
That's gonna be one of my first questions for him when he sits down with us and hangs out. It's like,
Check it
how
out.
did we
and some
arrive
deluxe
on
life-size
that?
accessories. Leonardo's Sewer Force Sword, the
'Cause it's dope.
24-inch snake-skinned foot slicer.
And I also want to ask him.
Raphael's Sewer
I
Spy
don't
Goggles,
know
and
the
Michelangelo's
chronology
Sewer Exploration
if
Belt.
those
It wasn't all
exclusives
fighting, though.
came out
You could take
alongside
care of
the
some
regular
business
issue,
too
if there was a
with
little bit
the
of a delay or what, or like,
Righteous
because I was
did,
curious
but
how
the
much
question
advanced
is,
knowledge of the
what
story
is
Rich got
a
to
brief
draw it.
reasoning
You know what I mean? Like
that
they had
opened
to
up
obviously
reveal
tell
a
him that it was a
stencil
turtle.
of your
You know, if it
favorite
was,
characters.
you know what I mean?
Dude,
I'm curious
still
about that.
wanna toy around? There was
They'd
a lot
obviously have
more
to tell him,
going
you know,
on
it's
with
one
TMNT
turtle
in
with all the
1990
turtles'
than
weapons,
just toys,
and it's,
though.
you know what I mean? Like
Cartoon that launched
maybe
the
they
line
gave him
in
like
the
some
stratosphere, or is that
like examples or
Source
something.
Sphere?
If it was
Continued
before
with
the
season
release,
4
anyway.
of the original animated series.
Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
41 new episodes, down from the 47 of the previous year, saw more turtle adventures through city streets, sewers, and Dimension X. Something made up for the fewer
Oh,
episodes,
good point.
though.
But I figure it'll be fun for us to kind of get, because I don't think anyone's like asked him a lot of the turtle questions I want to ask him. So it'll be
The
cool.
live action
It'll be another like exclusive sort of thing for you guys, where you guys can
Teenage
kind of
Mutant Ninja Turtles
be the first
premiered
to
on theater screens in the United
hear a lot of
States
the stuff
and
we're going to talk about.
What the heck was that? Looked like sort of a big tiger in a trench coat.
A perfect blend of
I like
both the
doing
comic
like
and the
unique
cartoon.
and
It
exclusive
featured the pizza-loving
experiences.
fun from the show, but some of the darker, grittier action and stakes from the original Eastman and Laird comics. These days, every fan favorite IP that gets a
Right.
movie has to be chock full of
Right.
celebrities.
And
to
it's
try to
not like
draw
it's
on
like
fans
like
in
this.
theaters.
This is like
But in
Virgin. You know what I mean? And it's still got the pink. You know, the pink accents and like clearly that like I think it's like a cyberpunk type influence. You know what I mean?
Played to perfection by Elias Koteas.
Class is paying 101.
This is one of my favorite ones. This might be my favorite one.
Googala.
A lot of people like the number 2. I know Brian for a while had a number 2 that was great and he was selling.
Mr. Henson would pass away shortly after the movie's release on May 16th, 1990. And this movie has always felt like Jim's last hurrah. Beautiful
Dude,
goodbye.
I don't know. We should ask Rich Woodall though. We're gonna be hanging out with him. There's a signing on the 15th. Dude, it wouldn't surprise me. Rich has done, you know, he did the Hulk homage for 22. It's not, you know what I mean? I personally don't know enough about Blade to know if that's what his, you know what I mean?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
But
coming out of their shelves tour musical.
I'm gonna be doing a show on the 15th. He's gonna be doing a signing.
With the first performance being broadcast.
Remind me, and I'll ask him. And if not, I'm gonna do a show with him probably in October, where it's just gonna be like an artist show instead of like a signing and Jeff Beck. It'll just be me and Rich, and it'll be more like an intimate thing for you guys.
Fairly simple thing.
We can ask him then.
If I do say so myself.
And I think that's gonna be kind of like a door opener for us. We'll have other artists on. I've got other stuff in the works for you guys, but I don't wanna
The
do
NES
spoilies.
The previous year hit Amiga, Amstrad, CPC.
Oh, buddy,
Atari
I
ST,
didn't see it,
Commodore 64,
but I wasn't
MS-DOS,
looking for it.
MSX, and ZX Spectrum.
I know
ZX
what box it
Canadian.
should be in,
Teenage Mutant
so
Ninja Turtles World
when I
Tour
gather
was
up your
released on
stuff,
Amiga, Amstrad CPC,
that's what I
Atari
forgot.
ST,
The
Commodore
22.
64,
When I gather up your
MS-DOS,
stuff,
and ZX Spectrum.
I will
There was a
look for
handheld
it.
game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Just let me know
Splinter
when you're good. I'm not
Splints,
gonna put your
and
stuff
Teenage
together
Mutant Ninja Turtles
until
Fall of the Foot
you let me know you're good. When you let me know you're good, I'm gonna go to the store and get sorted for you that day.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Pizza Drop, the redemption game where you could
The
win
11
a
by
prize.
that
And the
print I
Turtles were
sent you that you
still
paid
going
$1
strong in other
for.
shops across the world. You could bring the movie home months before the VHS release with Mirage Studios.
You talking about the
and
dollar
Action
print?
Comics' Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie adaptation. Written by Turtles co-creator Peter Laird.
Where would you send it
featuring
back?
layouts by the other Turtles co-creator Kevin Eastman. The comic adaptation featured some differences from the movie, like scenes that were shot but deleted from the final cut.
Oh, fuck you, buddy. I hate shipping prints.
The more serious
bent.
original
I ain't fucking doing it.
Laird Mirage comic series rolled on with issues 28 to 34.
You saw How to Rise last time. Actually, you know what, dude? It was like that before. Like that wasn't from the like it being like kind of crumply like that. That was the way it was.
TMNT
That's the way I got it from
by Archie
Jetpack.
Comics. The animated series adaptation continued with issues.
But I'm
8 to
gonna
15,
go. But hell
differences
no.
from the cartoon, such as different
Hell
origin stories for
no.
characters like Man Ray, Leatherhead, Wingnut, and Screwloose.
No, dude. Of
Comic
course I will
origins
do that
from
for
the
you. You
action
just gotta ship
style,
it back
and
to
some
me.
different villains.
I'll
including the comic version
ship
of the Rat
prints.
King. And for more
I
voracious
just like to be a
readers,
little.
a
I
whole
like to be a
slew of
cranky
stories
old guy
published
about
that
the
year by
Prince and
Ross
Treasury
Bell
editions,
and
man.
friends.
Fuck them. Bane of my existence.
For
But
sure,
at the same
the
time,
premiere issue
of
the
course I'll
Teenage
do that
Mutant
for
Ninja
you.
Turtles magazine was released. featuring articles, comics, and an
I
interview
thought-
with the best live
Isn't it
action
already
feature
signed
films
by
that's
him,
ever been.
or is it? It's
And
not. It's
close
just
out the year
individually
with a
numbered,
better way
right?
to celebrate Christmas than with Mirage's Michelangelo Christmas special one-shot reprint.
Dude,
Things are a lot different
it's
these days.
if you're sending it
Second
first to
chance
15th,
streaming. But back then,
definitely no
everything
big
was
deal.
riding
You
on
just
the
got to send it
wheels
soon
when a toy and cartoon property
because
made
he's
the
signing at
gamble of
Jetpack.
taking
That's
a
where
chance
I
in
ship from.
theaters.
So he's gonna sign it, and I'm gonna
Transformers
fucking
is
bring it
such a
over
huge
to the
property today.
shipping
It's
people.
sometimes easy
Ship
to
it.
forget that the
Ain't no thing
beloved
about
1986 Transformers animated movie bombed, and the line
Just
died
number.
in North America in 1990 for a bit. Masters of the Universe was riding high until the live-action movie came out in 1987 and bombed.
What do you mean just
Then the
number?
toy line died shortly thereafter for a bit.
Okay, great. Just cut to the chase.
Turtles was already a huge hit before the movie premiered, but I firmly believe
It just
was the
fucking
success of
sucks,
the movie
man.
which
Like,
launched it into the stratosphere
I'm
and helped
almost to the
become
point where
mainstay that it's been
I
all
think
these
I've been thinking about
decades.
rolling
Seemed to
them in
strong
tubes instead of
like
shipping
an
them flat,
with a
just
budget of
because
13.5 million. It
I
earned
shipping them flat. I think that's the way to go. It's
That's
the
15
proper
times its
way to
original
do
budget
it.
back.
But every
money is
time I
never
do it, I'm
That's what they all say.
I'm
It was also
never
the
confident
goodwill
it's stiff
created by
enough.
the
You know what I
movie
mean?
that helped
Like
cement
11 by
Turtles as a
17.
brand that will
Like you can put it in
succeed
cardboard,
delivering fun,
reverse the grains of the cardboard, and kind of double layer it. But like,
there would be
if
many
someone
movies to
fucking
follow.
bends it over their
None
knee,
of
like
them
they're gonna
ever
be able to bend it
captured
in
the
half.
lightning in a bottle
That you know what I mean? That's why like JC's original art, like I shipped that shit in a
Good.
fucking box and like had it at the bottom of the box like that, just like because I couldn't ship it in a flat mailer like that. I just would I didn't trust it.
If they'll be able to get back up to that height again.
So, and that's the thing is like some people really bitch about getting tubes because the poster's curled and they have to flatten the poster, and that's like a big deal. You know what I mean? Because people obviously they want to put posters on the wall, and they want. And what we used to run into is people would use it as an excuse to try to get their money back. Like, oh, it's curled. You know, and I'm like, really? Like, fuck you, here's your money back. Kind of thing. So. You know, but apparently Ben Bishop ships in tubes all day, and I don't think he has any problems with it. So, you know, I'm starting to come around on it. I see other people shipping in tubes, and I'm like, that looks so much easier.
Historical turtle information at turtlepedia.fandom.
I've got a lot of weird
And
things.
thanks to the Toy Collectors Guide.
I refuse to ship media mail. There's like a bunch of I have all these like principles of like I'll never do that to somebody.
Of this channel and these history of videos. To join the Patreon tribe, visit patreon.com/Michael Mercy for exclusives and sneak peeks at what's coming up.
All right. I get the picture.
And
Oh
also
boy, it's
thanks to the
11,
channel
guys.
members
Time
for
flies when
getting
you're having fun.
Someday we'll get
Can I get a drink? We might wrap it up here soon. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's wonderful news. Now, can we watch Cube of Misfortune in peace, please?
And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video.
You've made me a very happy arch villain.
I'm glad to hear that. And so glad to hear about all the fond memories these videos bring back. And I'm quite touched to hear they even pull at the heartstrings for some of you.
Oh, don't mind me. I always cry at happy endings.
It was a magical time, and if we cherish it, the magic will live on forever. See you next time for the history of TMNT 1991, for another movie and lots more toys.
Don't tell me they're now making toys of those nasty turtles.
Remember to kick that like button, and to join the tribe, hit subscribe.
It's been great. I gotta skate.
Good night, good luck, God bless, cowabunga, and namaste.
everything they are and everything that they've become.
Hey there guys, this is Richard, your host, with another marvelous video. Kevin Eastman and Peter Ladd's 1984 creation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has delighted fans for the past 30 years. The TMT was initially developed as a parody of the grimy, gloomy superhero comics of the 1980s. However, because of the astronomical success of the Saturday morning animated series, it ended up being one of the biggest children's franchises of the decade. With various comic books, hundreds of toys, and 3 full-length movies, the Ninja Turtles reigned in the late 1980s and early 1990s. The TV show was revived in 2003. When the initial excitement subsided, and a 4th movie was released in 2007, when Nickelodeon premiered a brand new CGI animation and revealed that a renewed film series was in development. The Turtles' fame was once again revived in 2012. Everyone is acquainted with the saga of the Ninja Turtles, wherein a rat, or a human, based on the version, and 4 domesticated turtles are converted into humanoids by an extraterrestrial neurotoxin. Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, and
We'll
Donatello.
probably wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. It was awesome. Good seeing you guys. Great night. I'll probably take tomorrow off to get this new stuff listed, and then I'll see you for our regular Saturday morning show. Then Monday, and then we're on to another week again. But yeah, man,
we'll explore the top
you know where to find me.
Characters of all time in our video today.
Thanks for hanging out, dude.
Let's dig in. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request.
See if there's anyone we can raid, guys. Kodiak, love you, bud.
This is a small clip for you, but for us,
Be good, everybody.
Thank you. Let's begin.
And remember, guys, if you go to TMNTDiscord.com or NinjaTurtlesDiscord.com, it now goes to our Discord. So if you ever want to share our community with people, you just be like, oh, just go to NinjaTurtlesDiscord.com. If they know about Discord, can't forget it. Easy as pie. All right, here we got. Jeezy, thanks for chilling, dude. You know what? JT, let's do Trends of Trash. Fuck it. Hopefully he's rapping tonight. See you guys. Love ya.